Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Conley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. The next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Conley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
At home, I've handled some stinky situations, like big horse manure, and miniature horse manure, and cute dog manure, and yes, even teenage manure. If you've been injured and an insurance company is giving you manure, give my law firm a call. We'll help you come out clean on the other side.
Because I don't want to ruin my game.
And vaping and sports just don't mix.
Because I care about my lungs.
Because it's more addictive than cigarettes.
Because getting suspended doesn't look good on college apps.
Because we don't know the long-term effects.
Because it's stupid. What's your reason?
Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. Kickoff's right around the corner. Buckle your seatbelts and hold on tight. It's time for some Tiger football.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. TigerVision is brought to you in part by Conley Buick GMC, Conley Subaru, Arctic Air, Carl Reynolds Law, Jax, the North River Prevention Partners, Garrett Richard, Clicking Spree, Minnesota Pools, Coastal Mobile Screens, Bull and Tiger, and Burton Trucking.
As the visiting Palmetto Tigers and the hosting Parrish Community High School Bulls will square off, sporting identical 3-win and 0-loss records. The teams are putting those undefeated records on the line tonight. Somebody's O must go. Both of the schools have roughly 2,100 students, and the Bulls from the northeast side of the Manatee River will bring the great enthusiasm of being the new kids on the block. And the Palmetto Tigers from the northwest side of the river will hope to kick it old school and escape with a big win. We thank the #1 fan base in the world for joining us here on TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. I am Troy Bellamy sitting in for Brian Varnador. I'm joined tonight with my broadcast partners, Ken Burton Jr., Tom Porter, tonight's Arctic Air sideline reporter, Stephen Johnson in our Atlanta studios, and the incredible production staff of TigerVision, as again presented by Conley Buick GMC. And so with that, I'm going to turn it over to my broadcast partner, Mr. Ken Burton Jr., for his thoughts. Kenny?
All right. Thank you, Troy. Good evening, everybody. And actually, we're broadcasting right in the middle of the visitors' stands tonight. So we're right here with the crowd. It might be a little bit noisy. Exactly, Troy, as your intro. Lots of hype tonight. Lots of firsts. I guess there's been a lot of social media talks about this one. Yeah. It's great to be part of history tonight, as this game one day could easily match up with the Palmetto Manatee rivalry, with North River households rooting for different teams. I expect a big crowd for both teams tonight, as well as our viewing audience to surge for this long-awaited battle that is now just minutes away. And actually coming into the facility tonight, there was a big tailgate from Palmetto with scores of kids yelling and screaming. It's a very exciting atmosphere tonight, Troy.
Yes, it is. This is going to be a fun one tonight. The student section is excited. They apparently have a cowboy hat theme tonight. They're excited and making a lot of noise coming into the gate. And for us, so many Palmetto High School teams historically were filled with people from the Parrish community, Parrish residents, and they're still our great friends and family. The only undefeated Palmetto team from 1955 and the only state championship team from Palmetto High in 1975 was loaded with players from Parrish. And I'm sure your good friend, Manatee County's distinguished citizen and the Agricultural Hall of Famer, Mr. Buddy Keene, will be watching as his grandson John plays for the Bulls tonight. And with all those lovely thoughts, there's nothing more than all these good old boys and Parrish friends of ours getting together tonight than to watch their grandsons or their sons try to put something on Palmetto tonight here in Parrish on our Palmetto Homer broadcast network, as we'll call it for the night. TigerVision in, again, the very first matchup in this what could be historic rivalry that can be watched and talked about for years because we have the technology now to play it back. Tell your friends to get on TigerVision. We still love you guys anyway, and thanks for the memories for all the Parrish residents who were a part of Palmetto history. Go Tigers. Go ahead, Ken.
All right. Thank you, Troy. Let's talk about our Palmetto Tigers. They come in tonight, as you said, with a 3-0 record against a 3-0 Parrish community. So something has got to give for the Tigers. They're led by Jackson Roth, who comes in. Has thrown for 569 yards, 8 TDs with only 1 interception, and with an amazing 142 quarterback rating, which makes him right now ranked number 6 in Class 6A. Running the ball tonight, you've got the big guy and the little guy, Trez Yarn and Marquez Bryson, leading the running game, averaging 150 yards per game. Simeon Matt and Nazir Pitchford have tallied 8 receiving touchdowns. Matt is currently ranked as the 4th best receiver in Class 6A, and Shane Partridge leads the defense with 19 stops. So tonight's key to the games for the Tigers. This is a very young 3-0 Tigers team that has been successful against a more tougher schedule than Parrish, which makes it have all the ingredients, to me, Troy, to be a potential trap game.
Yes, no doubt.
So number one, the Tigers have to focus and stick to the game plan. This is a business trip. Yes, they went to school with all these kids at Parrish and the social media and all that. They got to stay focused. They got to keep their eye on the prize, which tonight, most important for both schools, who's going to be 1-0 in the district. Because if you win one game, that gets you closer towards a district championship, which guarantees a first-round home game regardless of the season. So that is step one. The Tigers also need to pick up where they left off last Friday night with that overwhelmingly convincing win over the Riverview Rams. They need to do two more things for the Keys. They need to have that quick start and don't allow the Bulls to hang around.
That's right.
And then lastly, with any game like this, the only way the Bulls are going to hang around, Troy, is if we lose the turnover battle. So quick start, win the turnover battle, and focus on and stick to the game plan that Coach Sanders has set.
Yeah.
The Parrish Community High School Bulls, Dylan Clark, head coach, second season. Actually, our earlier opponent of ours in the season, Alonzo, that's where he came to before he came to Manatee County. They're led by quarterback number 12, Bryson Bolts, thrown for 348 yards, has a 102 quarterback rating. His
if it's on the schedule. So we're looking forward to an exciting game here on grass. Like you said, it may be the last time.
on grass, yeah. One and only.
Yes, sir. In the very first North River rivalry.
And my goodness, the student body over here to our left, they're rowdy. And I heard the players talking about cowboy hats. When we were out on the field kind of getting a feel for the Tigers as they come out. But my goodness.
I hear the cowbells, and here come the Palmetto Tigers, again sporting a 3-0 record. This is for leverage and leadership in the district. Again, the stakes could not be more high than this point in the season where you can get a stranglehold on the division, on the district, and try to ensure yourself a home playoff game, which could lead to anything at that point. When you get in the playoffs, it depends on whether or not you're able to get a home game, bring your fans out, and make a lot of noise and use that energy to help fuel you through the playoffs. We saw that last year with other teams in the area, Cardinal Mooney and Booker, as they were able to make their way through the district and get some home games until they got to a point where they could be successful on the road.
Yeah, Don Shula used to always say, win early and often. And
Yes.
yeah, you want to win. You have 4 games out of 10 that make up your district, as we're doing the coin toss.
Yes, Palmetto won the coin toss, and we'll defer to the second half. So we'll kick off going left to right on your television screen, on your radio dial, as we get ready to kick off here from the beautiful Parrish Community High School campus here in East Manatee County.
You know, one thing, Troy, at Palmetto, you know, Brian likes to talk about the sunset and everything, and it's all true, and the Tercea Bay is just, you know, a mile away. But here, with the field being north and south and buildings over in the northwest corner,
Right.
the sun is not an issue. So interesting that they deferred. I don't know if
Yeah.
they've done that this year.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
and here come the Parrish Community Bulls with their banner. And then, you know, it's very, very surprising. They have quite a huge roster for a team that's only been in existence 4 or 5 years. That says a lot about their program, and we couldn't be more proud for them and happy for them over in the East here in Manatee County. A lot of excitement, a lot of chirping going on back there, back and forth on the field. And so the Tigers going to lean on tradition and lean on their experience here against the, and there's a flag early. The referee's trying to set a tone. And so, you know, it's going to be, this is going to be raucous, Kenny. We got to be ready for this. We hope that it doesn't turn into a penalty fest, because that's the kind of thing that could hurt both of these young teams. Palmetto has a very explosive offense, as we saw last week and all throughout the course of the year. But you don't want to put yourself in 3rd and long and 2nd and long and 1st and long situations due to penalties. So let's see what we have with the
It's interesting. Our defensive coordinator, Matt Arcady, who's in a wheelchair, I wonder if they threw it on him over there. If he said something, he would not do that. But he was over there in the vicinity of it, so like
Coach
they wouldn't
Arcady
call
is
one
a
on him. My
firebrand.
goodness, he's a good guy.
Listen, he's a firebrand.
Yeah.
I've had a few dinners with him.
Yeah,
and, He gets into it very well.
Yes, he's very intense.
And we're glad that he's here.
Oh, yes.
This
yes.
coaching staff, Kenny, what I've heard and what I've continued to see has really gelled. And the kids are excited, the parents and the fans are excited, and you can see the difference in their play. And that's important. We need to have those type of coaches that have that energy and that verve to get the kids excited. So I'm excited here tonight.
Yeah, they're trying to change the culture here, and Palmetto's the place to be. And it starts with the coaching staff. And last week, they were. I just love the play calling, because they don't look at tendencies sometimes. They just rear back and throw it, and when you think they're going to throw it, they run a draw or something. So
and
I love it. I love the whole thing that Coach Sanders is trying to do here.
They've been able to strike a great balance between the run and the pass with the explosive athletes that you have on the roster. So we're getting ready for kickoff, and our kicker lining up, number 30, Liam Harold, a sophomore, is about to kick off. But before that, we'll have the presentation of our colors and the flag from the color guard at Parrish Community High School and the playing of our national anthem.
This evening, the colors are being presented by the Parrish Community High School JROTC. Carrying the national colors is the color guard commander, Cadet Sergeant Major Jonathan Nee. The Florida State flag is being carried by Cadet Captain Brian Chen, and the rifle bearers are Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Levi Hayworth and Cadet Staff Sergeant Ione. The Star Spangled Banner is being performed by the Pride of Parrish Marching Band.
He was, yeah, they complement each other very well. I like his jump cutting ability, and with the defense they're playing and the coverage, and if we're able to run the ball, those DBs better get ready.
Yeah. Second down and 3 after the nice run by Bryson. Roth hands off up the middle. Just carrying that ball very low. This time that handoff goes to the diminutive Maurice Carter, who usually plays in the slot. That's actually, I'm sorry, that's Vantrez Yarn. He's back in the game after he fumbled, and he gets a first down. So they have the line of game. And this is what you should do. This is the identity. The Tigers are bigger on the offensive line. This is one of the biggest offensive lines got to be on the west coast of Florida. I mean, you think about a kid like Stephon Aristide. I mean, he's a junior. He's 6'5" and probably 325 pounds.
He was the one I was pointing to at the sidelines, right? that is a grown man out there.
And then we got the tight end in there on the line. So 1st and 10, handoff up the middle again. Again, we're going to run it until they stop it. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Bryson comes in for Yarn, who picks up another strong 5-yard gain.
And I love that they complement each other, and for a defensive coordinator, that's just got to pull your hair out you got to prepare for both of those guys.
Yes, it does.
And best drive for the Tigers so far. The offensive line is trying to change the narrative here.
Roth takes it, hands off to Bryce, who tries to break it outside. He runs through a couple of tacklers, and it'll be enough for another Tigers first down. So the Tigers looking to get some movement here on the ground and use that big offensive line, and that just opens up the rest of the playbook for the offensive coordinator. Tigers using that physical size and strength. Go ahead, Kenny.
Yeah, the line got him enough to get outside, and then he willed his way to get that first down to move the chains, Troy.
1st and 10, Luther in motion, comes set, tight to the line, picks up a block, ball is loose again, and it looks like it's all over the ground, and the Bulls will have it again. So there again, the momentum killer, penalties, turnovers will stymie a drive, and kind of you have to regroup after that.
Yeah, so between the two schools, we've seen, 4 or 5 penalties. We've seen three fumbles now. We've seen a 12-yard punt and then a booming punt.
That they let bounce.
And they let bounce and put the Tigers deep in the hole. Almost snapped it over his head. I mean, what else more is there to see here? We still have right at less than 2 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Well, this is what you're going to see from hopefully this rivalry that lasts 1,000 years. So the Bulls take over in Tiger territory. Double motion here as they move to a power left side. He's going to break it outside. He looks to get outside. He's going nowhere. Tackled by the outside linebacker, Zion Robertson. And that'll be a tackle for loss for him. He's been a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, Edwards had nowhere to go. Great containment there by the outside defender. He can scoot, but you want to get those guys going east and west, and if you've got the advantage on them, great things happen, like a 2-yard loss that we just saw there, Troy.
2nd and 11 for the Bulls as they come set. Quarterback number 12. What's his name again?
Bryson Bolts.
Bolts.
He's a junior.
Yes.
Dad Ed is the offensive coordinator. Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Ed's my guy. He was in Sarasota. Bolts keeps over the left side. He's going to be tackled again by number 7, Zion Roberson. And so as the clock continues to wind down to the end of the first quarter, the defense of the Tigers is starting to pick it up a little bit, as the offense did. They're just getting a little bit more
They had
physical.
a good drive, and yes, starting to see a little bit more consistent play, but Roberson, again, playing the short side of the field there. If the quarterback wants to run that way, he's going to have to think twice because he popped him pretty hard.
Yes. So Volts drops. He's going to fire. He's got a long one over the middle. Oh, it went through the hands of the receiver. Well defended that time by 0, sophomore Cam Stansel. That's Butch Stansel's son.
Yes,
He's
it
got
is.
2 sons on the team. He's got a senior.
What I like about that, there were 3 Tigers in the vicinity. Stansel there on the main coverage there. But the thing, though, even with the 3 Tigers around him, he lofted it in there, and it went through the guy's hands.
Through his hands.
He
Very
had a
catchable
first
play.
down, and it was just a little simple slant. But the Tigers get them off the field once again, so they're again bending but not breaking.
Yes. Well, now let's see if Carter has learned from the last punt. He's got his toes on the 10-yard line.
He's moved up a little. The defense needs to be looking for another bad snap. There it is.
4th and 10. That is
Go
a
get
high
him.
snap. He went and got it and was able to kick it, a boomer. And Carter,
here we go.
He waved it. He called for a fair catch.
But he caught the ball,
But
Troy.
he did catch the ball.
I'm not getting on my soapbox tonight, but great job, Carter, there to catch that thing.
Right at about the 10-yard line.
Just what you're supposed to do. You put your toes on the 10, just like you said.
Yes.
Wave that hand up there, catch that thing. Otherwise, those Parrish defenders are going to be down there, and we're going to be on the 3 or 4-yard line again. And you're playing on a long field here, but you don't want to play on a longer.
Exactly. And so with 7.5 seconds left to go in the first quarter, the Tigers will take over again in the side of their own end zone, looking to build on the momentum from the last drive.
Yeah, unfortunately, they've had to go a long ways. A short field last time might have got them a field goal. Okay, I don't see it.
Roth hands off again up the middle, and the swarming Bulls defense is having none of it. A short gain, and that will take us to the end of the first quarter in this brand new Outland Plastic North River rivalry game here from the beautiful campus of Parrish Community High School. Your Tigers 0, the Parrish Community Bulls 0.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned, we'll be right back after these messages.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't know how to write this next commercial.
Well, what do you want to say?
I don't want people thinking we're not big enough or get enough money for our clients, but I don't know how to say that without sounding cheesy.
I think I have an idea. How about this one?
I'm not that guy.
How about this one?
That's cute, but that's definitely not me.
Well, just tell everyone you have 4 offices on the Suncoast. So you're big enough to handle any case, but local enough to care.
That's not bad, but what about the money?
Well, how else did you afford to put 4 kids in braces?
So tell me, what was actually the name of the award? It was you were the #1 stream in the streaming awards. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
The live action here from Parrish Community High School as we begin the second quarter. The Tigers have the ball, second and about 4 in the side of their own end zone. And the referee signals ready for play. Roth takes a snap, hands off to, looks like Bryson, and he's going to be pushed back. The Bulls defense coming to play now. They've stepped up their physicality here after that second drive that the Tigers had. Kind of moved the ball downfield, but that was a loss. I can't believe they marked it that far back. They didn't. Okay, I was going to say it'll be 3rd and 5, a loss of 1 on that play. Big third down here for momentum and field position.
Definitely, and if you don't, we don't want to be punting out of the back of our end zone either here. So any positive yards is going to be good, Troy.
Yeah, this looks like Ace Luther territory here, as the Tigers have depended on him over the last couple of games. in these short, medium distance situations. Roth hands off to Bryson. They disregard the pass. So in their territory, Coach Sanders taking no chances, and it will be 4th down, and the Tigers will have to punt out of the shadow of their own end zone here. 10:50 left to go in the first half, knotted at 0. So that was.
Yeah, I just think he's just taking the safe route there again, getting as much positive yards. So if you take a sack, you're on the 2 or 3 yard line. Your punter's right on, his feet are right on the edge of the end zone. This way, he's probably just 2 or 3 yards into the end zone here, and got to flip this field here with a great punt and some good coverage.
Well, it could be nice to draw them off sides. It'll be just enough for the line to gain. But there's a snap. Well kicked. And it'll take a bounce and check up at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulls after the punt. Their defense was able to hold the Tigers from getting a 1st down on that drive, and now they will take over in plus territory and try and get on the board first here in this brand new North River rivalry.
You know, other than Tigers early on that 12-yard punt, Parrish definitely has had the shorter fields, and actually we could be lucky it's still knotted here at 0-0. Again, the defense has really stepped up. Where they have bent, but they haven't broke all night. So let's see what they do here.
1st and 10 for the Bulls. Man in motion. Jet sweep.
Pass.
Looks like a double pass. He's looking for somewhere to throw to. He flips it forward. And adventurous play. It'll be 2nd and 3 after they pick up 7 on that play. Volts trying to get his running back in order. Side saddle to the right. He's going to keep it. They're inside reverse. Breaks a tackle. Breaks a couple others. He's still on his feet. Still on his feet. And he will have enough for the line to gain. He was hit in the backfield, but he happened to break some tackles. It's a tough little guy there, Edwards. And he's going to have enough for a Bulls 1st down. So the Bulls moving the ball here. This first possession of the 2nd quarter. 9 minutes and 3 seconds left to go before halftime.
Yeah, he probably broke, and that's the first time we saw that inside reverse there, and all the yards they gained was on his effort there, because he dodged about 3 or 4 Tigers.
A variation of the wing T, that little inside trap pitch. So Volts brings his team set, power left, handoff up the middle, 21. He's looking for somebody to run into, and he picks up some nice yards of gain. He was Keon Maxwell on the run that time, tackled there again by Paul Moore, number 24. Who's really working hard tonight. He should end up with double-digit tackles tonight. 2nd down and 7.
This is his defense. He's the captain, and we're going to call. He was the player of the week last week, and he's going to need to make a big play, another big play in his series.
They're definitely going to need a play here. Man in motion. Rolling left. Fires. He's got a man on that wheel, and it is caught. Oh, that looks like the referee from the back judge. It looks like he wants to call a targeting. I'm not sure if I would call that targeting.
It just looked like he hit him to drive him out of bounds. And kudos to the quarterback to getting that off. He had a rush right in his face, threw a great pass to the receiver over there who hung. I don't know how he hung on to it, but you know, A-plus effort for him to hang on to that thing. He took a shot there, but as far as the targeting thing there, but they're going to mark it off. And
I haven't seen a preliminary indication.
Yeah.
They just marked off an extra 5 yards, but there was no preliminary indication from the official. So that makes them goal to go here. First and goal for the Bulls again. This is twice they've been in goal-to-goal territory.
And the first, they only ran one play, and we got it back. So we can hope for that again.
Volts puts a man in motion, swinging left. Hands off up the middle. He's got room to run. It looks like he will push his way into the end zone for a touchdown by the Parrish Bulls. So in this brand new North River rivalry, the Bulls strike first. It's almost bound to be after they've been in our territory most of the first half.
Yes, they definitely had to benefit from the short fields, and so in this new rivalry, Keon, it will go down in history that Keon Maxwell was the first one ever to score in a game where it'll be the only one on grass field, most likely. So here's the PAT.
Their special teams have been a little bit adventurous, but that's a clean operation. The kick is up, and it is good. And so the Bulls hold serve and take a 7-0 lead here at home as they try to get the leverage here in this District 6A11 matchup. The Tigers have to stem the tide on the turnovers and penalties. Again, I'm sure Steve will have statistics for us at halftime, and that'll bear itself out. But we haven't given ourselves an opportunity to use all the weapons that we have because your play calling is different when you're backed up against the end zone. Knowing also that you have an opportunity to come out in the second half and get the ball first.
Yes, that's correct. Let's see. The one good thing we saw with the Rams last week, when the Rams actually responded, the Tigers turn around and match the score. And when you're up 3 or 4 touchdowns, you can match touchdowns all day.
Right.
Any defensive coordinator can live with that. But maybe this touchdown here will wake the Tigers up and say, hey, these guys are for real. You know, size-wise, they both 2,100 or so students, as you said in your opening comments. You know, it's a balance. They're both 6A. This is district, and got to play 4 quarters.
So the kick is away. It's a long, high kick. It looks like he'll go into the end zone. That will be a touchback.
Looks like we had the back left foot
Stancil
about a yard deep in the end zone. Otherwise, it was going to be an exciting return.
So the kick goes into the end zone, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 20-yard line.
Anxious to see what Coach Sanders comes out here with.
It will be interesting to see again. They've had some success, but again, the turnovers have stemmed the momentum for us.
Two turnovers by the backs have been our Achilles heel tonight. That's been the game.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Jackson Roth brings his team set. He's going to fire this time. He's got Simeon Mack. That's the guy you want to get it to, the speedster. He picks up 14. It'll be 1st and 10 on the pitch and catch from the Tigers. Roth to Mack.
Yeah, you have to respect Simeon Matt. He comes in ranked 6th in the state in Class 6A as a wide receiver, and he's a speed burner, and they know that. They've seen it on film. A few of those that can open up the run, and maybe we can break something here.
1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 30-yard line. Roth looks to the sideline to get the play. Clean snap, handoff to Bryson over the right side. He's got room to run, but he's tackled there by number 0 of the Bulls. It's a modest gain, a gain of, let's call it 3. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers.
Positive yards. You know, it wasn't the greatest run, but he had to earn a little bit of himself. But you know, there's statistics for that.
Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Bryson in the backfield. Roth takes a snap, hands off to Bryson. He's running through tackles, breaks another tackle, and he's got enough for a Tiger first down. That's a nice 12-yard run for Bryson, and looks like he's starting to pick up the speed and the steam here as the clock continues to roll here in the first half. We're down to 6:45 left to go before halftime. Tigers trailing 7-0.
So 3 plays, 24 yards, all started with that quick pass to Matt to get this drive going.
Roth looking, surveying the field, drops back, fakes the handoff, fires over the middle, and tries to hit Carter. Looks like the official threw a flag, but maybe did not. Doesn't see. Okay, I don't see a flag now. That'll be second down and 10. As Carter was looking to catch that on a wheel route himself that time. The wheel route worked against us in that last drive.
Yes, it did.
So the Tigers are looking to keep that momentum. Nice pass, just went off the fingertips of the receiver. Twins on both sides. Roth brings his receivers and his offense set. Yarn in the backfield. Snap taken. He fires. It looks like a screen. This time to Pritchford. He's got room to run. The explosive Pritchford. Nazir Pritchford picks up enough for a first down. That'll be a 12-yard gain. Nice blocking there.
That's going to be a 15-yard gain on the stats. But again, a lot of times you just want to get the ball in your athlete's hands, and even if it's almost like a running play like that, you see what great things happen here. Of course, he took 85 yards last week. He can get up and down this field really quick.
Great hands, great speed. We'll take a water break here. You know, in the state of Florida, they give you a water break to keep these young men hydrated in this humidity. But again, as you mentioned here in the beginning, the sun, we're not having to battle that big guy.
No, as you can see in TigerVision, it's with the dark blue clouds. It's literally night here.
I mean, look at that panorama. I mean, their stadium is beautiful, but just this area alone is beautiful, and we get it presented to us in HD with this great staff, great crew here at TigerVision. And again, all they want to do is present Manatee County in the best light there is. And having grown up in Sarasota County, I'm glad to be a resident here of Manatee County. Back to live action. Roth looking right. Fires again to Pritchford. This time he's held up. Very little gain, if any. Tackled by number 6 and by big number 99 for the Bulls. Oh, and look at the cranes. We got cranes on the field. If I can get our camera guy on the field, we got some huge cranes that have flown out of the marsh and they're on the
they're
field.
Out. There they are. Great
to
shot.
Participate.
Well, okay. We are at an away game, Troy. So that's too many players on the field for Parrish community right there. That's their cranes. Coach Dan Whidden getting them up the field.
We're going to continue to play. Roth drops back. He's going to fire a big one over the middle. Well defended. And looks like it will be incomplete. That'll make it third down and 11.
Yeah, it looked like their feet were tangled a little bit, Troy, and ran right under that. 50-50 ball just came up a little short. But what that will do here is open the field up.
I'm not sure if they're going to actually. I haven't seen the down marker change.
Here's an instant replay of too many men on the field there chasing them off.
So that brings up 3rd and 11 for the Tigers, needing a first down. They're in Bull territory at their 43-yard line. They need a big play right here. Clean operation. Roth drops. He's firing a big one again. He's got a man. He's got a man open. He catches it. That is Simeon Matt for the touchdown. That'll go for 43 yards. What a beautiful ball. And that brings the Tiger fans to their feet as the Tigers get on the board here and answer back.
And we watched this. This is what we saw last week against the Riverview Rams. I love the play calling from Coach Sanders. He's not afraid to throw that thing down the field. And when you can get a man-on-man there with Simeon Rice, it's a 50-50, but with him, it's going to be a 75-25. And we're right back in this game. Let's put this extra point through and tie this up.
So Dylan McClain, the backup quarterback, a very strong backup quarterback, is our holder. And we'll have the extra point attempt by number 30, Liam Harold. The operation is down, and the kick is up, and it is good. And we are knotted at 7 in the North River rivalry as the big play. You know, Ken, that not only does Coach Sanders show an aggressive nature in his offense, but you got to have kids who can make over-the-shoulder catches. This play, if we run it back again, this is not just an over-the-front shoulder. It's over his back shoulder.
Yes, it was.
That is a great play.
Point.
That is a Saturday afternoon type play.
And the only one that's going to be able to catch that is going to be Matt, because the defender has no chance throwing it over that back shoulder. There he is. That's
Matt.
Touchdown number 9 for Roth. Only one interception. I think that's Matt's 4th or 5th here.
What a great luxury to have. Speed on both sides, speed in the slots, big running backs, a big offensive line. So let's see if now they can carry this momentum here through the rest of the first half, and the defense can get off the field.
And it's been slow and cumbersome here, and you know what's going on. And one play, and everything's electric here on the east side here of the stadium.
Harold drops back to kick as he hears the official blow the whistle for ready to play. He approaches the ball, toe to leather, and it is a short but high kick fielded by an up man. He's got some momentum. He's got some room to run, and he's tackled finally by number 24, Paul Moore, who's again on the tackle. Special teams, defense, he's doing it all. And there's a flag on the play. Let's see what the preliminary indication is from the referee.
Our players are saying it's against them, but and that's just for Paul Moore to be out there on that kickoff team. You know, just shows how important this game is, and you know, doing whatever it takes to be successful to get that W. You know,
that's how you build a winning program. You have to have players
setting that example that you know 1/3 of your game is special teams, and you know you're tied offense, you're tied defense. It might come down to special teams plays, and sometimes you got to have your starters and your leaders out there to set the tone.
So after the holding penalty on the kickoff, the Bulls will take over 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Tigers looking to build on the momentum with their defense. A sweep over the right side. He's got a blocker in front. He's going to pick up some yards. He's still on his feet, and they mark him out after a 9-yard gain. He was tiptoeing like a tightrope artist on those sidelines.
Yes, he looked like one of the Walendas there, Troy, yes. But he is diminutive. He doesn't even, the quarterback Bolts is 6 feet, and he doesn't even come, he comes right up to his shoulder.
Yes, he does.
So he's tightrope in there, but you got to find him first. And he'd already made the turn around to get that positive yardage before he started doing his tightrope app.
Shout out to the Walendas. It's always great to make a Walenda reference.
Manatee County residents?
Manatee, Sarasota County residents. I had a teacher who was a Walenda.
No, they're
2nd down and 1. And he breaks another tackle. This little guy is just tough. He's double tough. He picks up enough for a 1st down after a 6-yard gain. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulls right at the 45-yard line in their own territory. 4:40 left to go before halftime. As the fans implore the defense to step up.
Yeah, they need to here. But he might be one of the best backs we've seen here so far this year. I'm very impressed with him, Troy.
Yes, he's done a great job here running through tackles and putting his team in a great position. 1st and 10 as they continue this drive. Volts has his running back side saddled to the right. Twins left. He's going to pass this time. He drops back, and he's going to fire a big ball. Nobody home.
Well, Coach Arcady was open.
Coach, it looks like there would be a penalty on the play. And
yeah, there's nobody there.
Interior of the line. It's either a legal man downfield or holding. Oh, it's going to be against the Tigers.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, maybe it was a roughing a passer. We'll wait for the preliminary indication from the referee. I don't see an indication. Here he is now. Again, he has not made an indication. I don't know if that means that, well, there it is, roughing the passer.
Roughing the passer.
He finally makes the call, and he says roughing the passer is the call. That's a 15-yarder again.
So again, that's personal foul number 2, where we've roughed the receiver apparently before they scored, and that put this one here put them on Tiger's side of the ball, right in front of us.
Well, that'll make it 1st and 10 in the territory. So the receiver comes in motion, handoff over the right side. They've been pressing that right side, and he's still running. He picks up a nice gain. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And it looks
okay,
like
guys, let him go back to the huddle. Let him go back to the huddle.
Somebody's helmet fell off, and there's the flag.
Oh, goodness.
I think one of the players took their helmet off. It was one of the Parrish players. Let's see what the officials, maybe it'll be offsetting, but we'll wait to see.
I don't know. Second down.
I
think he was giving him an option. Do you want to take? Anyway, I think there was some jawing after the play. A helmet came off. I thought it was a Braden River helmet.
Yeah, I mean Parrish. So certainly
I'm sorry,
unsportsmanlike against Parrish.
The other school
it
here
will be against them. Yes, it is. Yeah. Again, what happened is the young man was in the scrum and he took his helmet off. You take your helmet off on the field, it is a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty. So
and generally a rookie mistake.
Yes.
Never take your off at a scrum.
Well, these kids get emotional and they get a little bit out of control and they want that helmet off.
Yes, they pull the helmet off, and they want to talk some trash, but that's why we have this rule.
Yes, and the dead ball foul makes it 2nd down and 25. 2nd down 20, we'll call it 20.
Great opportunity here for the Tigers with putting them behind the chains here with this penalty to get off the field.
That puts the line
and may have another shot here, one more possession.
That puts the line of scrimmage at midfield. 21 has to come off the field. He was the one that picked up the penalty. He has to sit out for a play. And so they're right at midfield. 3:48 left to go before halftime. The Tigers looking to build on this potential defensive stand. Double tight ends to the left for the Bulls. Handoff up the middle. He's going to run left. He's got room to run. He's got a lot of room to run. He's got a lot of room to run.
Yes, he does.
And he's going to be very close to the first down, and he has the first down. He has enough for the first down. That will be a 20.
At least 20.
Well, let's wait. No, he's actually short.
17, 18.
Looks like a 17. So he puts him in a great position. That's a 17-yard run, so that makes it 3rd and about 3. A long 3. The Tigers still have the opportunity to hold here. I don't know how the defensive end got pushed inside and washed down when they had double tight ends on that side.
The point here is they've been running to the short side of the field, and when you're not ready and you're coming back on that wide side of the field, this is exactly what happens.
Most offensive coordinators like to run plays to their side, to their bench. Here they go again. Power formation, but this time he's side saddle right. He's still going to run left, and he's got enough for the first down. And that'll take him for a first down. The helmet comes off again. Number 21's helmet comes off again. But this time, that was after the action. That was due to the action. So they pick up a first down. The Bulls threatening again here. They get close to the red zone as they have 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Clock continues to roll. It's 3:31. Left to go before halftime once the official sets the ball down and winds the clock.
And they're in no hurry. They have all 3 of their timeouts. If they want to score, they want to score right as the half ends here, not give the Tigers another possession.
Timeout taken on the play, this time by the Tigers, as the Bulls are just running power G's all through this first half. So with a timeout taken on the field, tied at 7, the Bulls are moving the ball close to the red zone with 3:31 left to go before halftime here from Parrish Community High School. We have Tom Porter now. Tom, let's kick it down to you and see what's going on the field. Yeah, man, it's good to see you too.
Hey, Tom, how does it feel being a Palmetto alumni on the sideline, calling a game against your son's high school?
Absolutely horrible. My son played football. I had to root for Parrish, but he ain't playing football this year. So guess what? Guess who I'm rooting for this year? Hey guys, this atmosphere out here, it's starting to rain a little bit, but the atmosphere is amazing. The parking lot, the line is still going out for cars coming in. If you get a shot of the crowd here, people stand on the fence like it's Palmetto. Stands are full. Parrish.
That's a beautiful sight. Beautiful sight for Manatee County.
Picking up a little rain. Just a couple of droplets there.
Oh yeah.
Waiting for the Cranes again. They've come to participate in the festivities here again.
Maybe they
looks
think
like
they're at a halftime show or something.
Maybe so. Oh my goodness. Well, yes, this stadium atmosphere is electric on both sides. Both sides of the stands are filled. We're glad to have the Palmetto alumni and fans come out.
There are people standing along the sides. There's a massive crowd here, and I'm sure we have a decent viewing audience watching on TigerVision tonight in their living rooms.
Yes, and we want to thank, look at that beautiful panorama, that horizon there as the sun goes down in the west. And we wait for the Cranes to go out south at the south end zone. The Parrish, all the kids have now put their cell phones out.
They got their cell phones up across the field. It's who's got the most cell phones here, or who has the most battery left in their juice in their phones left here.
I love this atmosphere. Back to live action. 1st and 10 for the Bulls. Driving, handoff up the middle, breaks another tackle. How did he miss that tackle? He jukes and he jump cuts his way to a 1-yard gain. So that'll make it 2nd down and 9. Cam Kennedy, number 90, seems to have sustained a small injury, so he'll come out.
He's down.
He's actually down, so we'll take a quick break. Now the fans are going back and forth. They're going to wait until the player is taken care of on the field, and they'll resume their taunting. And he's made it up under his own power. He's going to come off the field.
That's good to see. As getting a little bit of sprinkle here.
We got a sprinkle here.
And thank goodness, Troy, our crew behind us here that make all the magic happen, set us up here a nice tent.
Yes.
We got a visitor here with us in case it starts pouring. But, remember, we were talking about this before the game when we did the Miami Central, the second game where we had to go down to the Straz, sitting up 26 rows, and we're crunched together, you, me, and Brian, and it's pouring.
Cold November night.
Yes.
That was great, though. Those are great times. We've been and seen a lot of Palmetto football.
Semifinals, 2020, 2019.
Yes.
That was the second year we had run the regional championship.
Exactly.
I had to make the trip down there.
So as we return to live action, the referee winds the clock. 3:05 left to go before halftime. The Bulls driving, man in motion. Volts handoff over the left side. He cuts. He's still on his feet, and again, he is very difficult to tackle. He's going to be very close to first down. It looks like he will have enough for the line to gain, and it will be a first down for the Bulls. So the Tigers will.
When they're hitting him, Troy, they're hitting him on his shoulder pads, and he's getting that second effort, and I don't know how you simulate that in practice unless you have somebody on your team that can emulate that, being 5'4", 5'5", but they've got to figure out how to get a little bit lower with him, and and hold on, because
Oh.
everything he's getting is either
There's another
cramp.
guy.
This is a cramp.
So the PA announcer announced a timeout for the Tigers, and nobody moved. And now you have a Tiger player holding a hammy as he begins to cramp. It's still very humid, even though the sun hasn't been out. It's been a beautiful day today. And we're knotted up here in a push and shove match here. 7-7 in this North River rivalry, the first in this iteration. So we'll look for more to come here, but the Tigers are looking to keep the Bulls out of the end zone before halftime so they can get the ball back in the second half and perhaps take a stranglehold on this game. So Autry is able to make it off the field. Our senior defensive tackle, he was a captain tonight, Autry Walker. Has been around, played a lot of football himself here for Palmetto High.
Yeah, hopefully they can get some, as he runs it off there, I think he's going to be all right, but want to definitely get him back in here. We need his leadership and to finish this game tonight.
Yeah, he's being replaced by another senior, number 55, Demarius Rue. He and Chris Gibson have to get some push here. They've been running right up the middle at us. Volts brings his offense set. Another man in motion. Oh, the ball, it's inside trap, little wing T action. And that is stuffed by the Tigers.
I think they were trying to get a little fancy when they have been successful running to the outside and running up the middle with Edwards, trying to trick the Tigers, but they were ready for that Johnny on the spot, yes. Troy.
That was a variation of the wing T, that inside trap. They start the running back one way, and inside comes that handoff. And that's a tough play to
we saw a lot of that back in the day with Charlotte Tarpons.
Oh, yes.
Running that wing T.
And the Tigers were drawn off sides by the clapping motion of Volts, and they pick up a cheap 5 yards. That'll make it second down and 7. Makes it second down and 7.
From 2nd and 9. Yeah, 2nd and 7. I was looking at it backwards. You got it.
Yeah.
So from going from behind, timing not good here down in the red zone. But Tigers got to bend again but not break. I've said that all night, but they do need to hold on here.
Volts has a man in motion. Inside handoff. He's going over the left side again. They found some success there. And he dives forward. He's very close to the end zone. He may be able to pick up a first down, and it will be first and goal. Very close.
Third down.
Actually, they could call it third down. So he's a little short.
What,
third
yard and
down,
a half, make 2 tops.
Right, from the 4-yard line. They can pick up a first down at the 1. So 3rd down and 2 from the 3-yard line.
And again, they're in no hurry. There's about 1 minute left on the clock, actually 50 seconds. They're not going to give the Tigers any shot at getting the ball back here.
They don't want to give that explosive offense a chance to get it back. Inside handoff. He's going to run. He's pushing his way forward, and he's going to be stymied. He gets no gain, so that'll be 4th down. Decision time here for the Bulls. And there, the coach runs onto the field. He calls timeout. Clock is continuing to run. They're going to put some time back on the clock. But the timeout this time taken by the Bulls. A great defensive stand that time by the Tigers. They had, like you said, bent, but they did not break that time. And they made sure tackles on number 3 and didn't let him into the end zone.
So, interesting quandary here. They have been able to run the ball well here in here in the last few minutes, running to the side and really both effectively up the middle and to the side. They can get a first down, but the kicker has kicked the ball in the end zone. He looks like he's decent. They could take the easy points here. There's only 26.9 seconds as we see the line forming for halftime, for the halftime show, which it'll probably be awesome. But probably going to go for it here. They've got 2 timeouts as we're seeing on TigerVision screen. They could try to see what it's going to look like, take that timeout and reevaluate. Try to draw them off sides here is what I think.
It's possible, and it looks like they are going to be aggressive. They're playing with whole house money.
Yes, they are.
4th and 2 from the 3.
We need a Paul Moore, somebody on that defense to make a play.
And the officials are trying to get everything set up here before they start the play. He's trying to talk to the back judge.
I think Edwards is going to get the ball. If they
they've had a lot of success over that left side.
Yes, they have.
You can see they've got an unbalanced line to the left. They've got a power tight end to the left. They're going to bring this guy in motion probably.
Two's going to.
Oh, up the middle, and he's going to walk in. He walks in.
They're lobbying.
Well, wait a minute.
They're lobbying for the touchdown, and they got it.
And they got the touchdown. What do they put on the clock here? I don't know what they had on the clock.
It's 3:25 in the afternoon. 3 1/4 seconds, maybe.
Maybe that's what they're supposed to have up there, but our feed is showing 16 seconds left. I don't know what they've done on the clock there in the stadium, but they do go up 13-7 after the short touchdown right up the middle against the Tigers defense, and the extra point is up and good. So with what we will call 16 seconds left to go, actually the stadium scoreboard is showing 26.3
back to 26.3, yeah.
The Tigers will now receive the kickoff. Now, again, with all that speed, you could break one if you get, but their kicker has shown a propensity to be able to kick the ball to the end zone. And if that's the case, you got to think that the Tigers will take it to halftime, take the knee, regroup, come out in the second half because they get the ball.
Yeah, I think you're spot on. They played. Kudos to the Parrish coaching staff. They played this great. They utilized the clock almost all the way down to the buzzer here. Got the score they needed to go in at halftime. Got a kicker that can kick the ball to the end zone because we've got some guys there that can take it to the house. So they're going to probably have him just boot it in the end zone, and then most likely the Tigers will just take a knee and get the ball in the second half because we deferred.
Right.
So there's not a two for one thing they can do here and go up 2 touchdowns and regroup here. But let's see what happens.
We will see what happens. I mean, all night Parrish has been very aggressive offensively and defensively. They've been playing these speedster receivers of ours man-to-man, press coverage. So if they do that before halftime, perhaps Coach Sanders will see an opportunity to take another deep shot. And there's a deep kick that will land in the end zone again. What a great kick.
So you score the touchdown, right, is taking off as much clock. You kick the point, your kicker kicks it in the end zone, and 26 seconds with the ball on the 20-line, you have 80 yards to go.
There's still a lot of time. 26 seconds is a long time. You could take a shot, see what you get.
And knowing Coach Sanders and what we saw against the Riverview Rams late in the game when the Rams were putting 8 and 9 in the box and we're up by 3 scores, he threw a deep ball.
Yeah.
He threw a deep ball, and we got a touchdown on it. I don't think so.
Well,
but
there's still
number
press
1
coverage.
and number 3 on the corners, on our receivers are very capable of making that.
Coach Sanders has to be licking his chops there. They're not in prevent defense. They've got 2 safeties. I got a safety high, but they're pretty close up. They're going to run the ball. Pretty conservative play call.
Yeah.
And that will be a run over the left side for Vantrez Yarn. And that looks like that will take us to halftime. It'll be 2nd down and 7. And that will take us to halftime. So stay tuned, folks, for the #1 broadcasting amateur show here in the nation, as we will have halftime with the Tigers trailing 14-7. The Bulls have to be happy with that, and to see if the Tigers can regroup here in the second half. And we'll kick it down. Is Tom available? Can we kick it down to Tom and see if we can get some idea of what's going on the sidelines? So let's kick it down to Tom. Tom, I see Tom there with the microphone. We're waiting to hear from him here. So, what we'll do here, we'll come back to Tom here in just a moment as you see the Tigers filing off into the locker room for halftime. It's fairly sloppy, a lot of penalties, a lot of missed assignments, a lot of blown tackles.
Yeah, this was not what the Tigers were looking for, and they're going to have to regroup. You can just kind of tell as they're walking off the field with their body language that this was not what they expected, and hats off to Parrish coming in here, and hey, we're the real deal here, and but it's too early to panic.
Yeah,
that's the key.
It's very, very early to panic, and again, they've been the second half team here the first couple of games. So let's see if we can get Tom Porter on the field. We're still waiting here to hear from Tom.
He's talking. We can't hear him.
But we can't hear him. I don't think he can hear us. Maybe he can hear us. But we can't hear him. Okay, well, we'll just keep going here. You know, sometimes those things happen. We got plenty to talk about here. As again, the second half is getting ready to come up. We're going to go ahead, and after these messages, we'll be right back with more halftime talk.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hey everyone, I'm Bobby Martin, sales consultant here at Conley Buick GMC. Born and raised here in Bradenton, Florida, right here at Manatee Memorial. Right now we have a 1500 GMC Denali. It's a 5.3 V8 gas engine. Here you do get the lifetime powertrain warranty. Also includes 10 years roadside assistance. One of the reasons why you buy here at Conley is because we treat you like family. It's third generation. As many of the people that work here, we are all born and raised here. We take pride in helping the people around us, not only if you're local, but also if you're out of state and everything of that nature. We sell nationwide. One of the biggest things here is we like to take care of everybody. You won't find a better sales staff. You'll never have to settle for anything less than exceptional service. Again, I'm Bobby at Conley Buick GMC. Stop by and see us today.
Dad, what's wrong?
I don't know how to write this next commercial.
Well, what do you want to say?
I don't want people thinking we're not big enough or get enough money for our clients, but I don't know how to say that without sounding cheesy.
I think I have an idea. How about this one?
I'm not that guy.
How about this one?
That's cute, but that's definitely not me.
Well, just tell everyone you have 4 offices on the Suncoast. So you're big enough to handle any case, but local enough to care.
That's not bad, but what about the money?
Well, how else did you afford to put 4 kids in braces?
Howdy, folks. Welcome to Conley Country, where we have a huge selection of GMC Canyons. Who's that?
Hello, my child.
Well, hello there, Mother Earth. Why have you stopped by to join us today?
Well, as a theoretical being that can literally pick up a canyon, I wanted to advise the people how they can be just like me, but they must stop at Conley Buick GMC, for all the other dealers will send them up the river.
Well, that's very kind of you.
Yes, indeed. It's also very kind not to litter your huge styrofoam gas station soft drink cup out the window onto the freeway. But back to the canyon at hand. You can get colors like Volcanic Red, Summit White, and my personal favorite, Solar Flare. Available now at Conley Buick GMC, where they treat you like family. I highly recommend them.
Well, we're very happy to have your endorsement.
Well, tonight's ladies' night at Club Equator, so I must be going.
All right, goodbye now.
Goodbye, my child. Don't forget to hit the light switch on the way out of the house.
Well, there you have it, folks. Mother Earth.
Stop by Conley Buick GMC today to purchase a brand new 2024 Canyon. Tell them Mother Earth sent you.
Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Conley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. The next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Conley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
Hey guys, it's Alan Conley from Conley Buick GMC. Halftime's almost over, so make sure you stay tuned. Go Tigers!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here live from Parrish Community High School for the first edition of the North River Rivalry. I'm Troy Bellamy, sitting in for the vaunted Brian Varnador, who's enjoying an anniversary with his wife. I have my broadcast partners, Ken Burton Jr. and Tom Porter, tonight's Arctic Air sideline reporter. So we'll kick it down to Tom. Tom, give us some analysis of the first half.
Hey, Troy, you think Brian's enjoying his night tonight, his anniversary night? You think he's having a good time?
He better.
Or else. Hey guys, just not what we expected tonight coming out. You know, this matchup has been building for, 6 years now. Parrish High School's been out here. The feeling was that Parrish was ducking Palmetto, and they've had time to build up a program. They got a coach over there that's been there for a couple of years, and they got some good, talented players around them. Having a good first half here. Palmetto showed some sparks on offense. Defensively struggled a little bit. They were able to run the ball on the defense pretty good. But it's been an interesting first half. It's been acting like it's going to rain. It's going to turn to an ugly game. Hopefully the rain holds off and we can get that high-flying Palmetto offense throwing the ball and moving down the field like we did on the one drive. That second quarter just seemed to go in slow motion. Palmetto really could not get off the field, and Parrish just drove down and ate up all that clock. And that last run, the little running back over at Parrish, he's a pretty strong kid, and they definitely utilized him quite a bit. We're going to have to figure out some kind of scheme to stop that in the second half. Atmosphere, man, you couldn't ask for a better atmosphere, man. Like I said earlier, it's just like Palmetto all up and down the fence here. Stands are full. People are having a good time. People coming in, the parking lot was absolutely slam full. I was waiting in line 10 minutes to be able to pull into the parking lot to get a spot. So as billed, hopefully it's a good rivalry going forward. And, we got a lot of good people here. We got Arctic Air, Scott Whitaker over here on the fence. One of our biggest sponsors going on. Palmetto's kind of get back in this thing. And as I look around, I see some of these old Palmetto greats. I see old Craig Sumter on the fence over here, hanging out, talking some Tiger football with me. It just feels like we're back in the groove of things, and a lot of turnout tonight. So good first half. We just need to make it a little bit better and come out with a win.
Hey, Tom, what's your analysis on the line play? Are we losing a line of scrimmage?
I'd have to say yes. I mean, I think the offensive line of Parrish, my son played on this team last year on the offensive line, and they've put on some weight this year. They're a lot bigger, and they look a lot stronger than they were last year. And Palmetto's, at the moment, is losing ground. I know it's not terrible. They're able to hold them up to a certain extent. A lot of credit goes to them, but a lot of credit goes to that running back, who is really just a tough kid. Every once in a while you see one of those little guys that they take a full hit from a big linebacker, and it doesn't seem to faze him. He's one of those kids, got that core strength, and he just keeps them feet moving. So they're definitely getting it done in the trenches against us.
So, due to most of the technical difficulty, normally we have stats from Steve in Atlanta, but it's pretty obvious what the remedy is. You got to stop turning the ball over. You got to stop getting penalties.
The little things and this is we got to remember we have a very young team, and this is a symptom of that in a big game. Again, a lot of first ever this, first ever that, first district game. Got to remember we have a young team, younger than Parrish, I'm sure.
Parrish, yes.
Yeah. Kenny, not only young, did you notice the amount of kids on the Palmetto sideline seems to be less than what we normally have? So maybe depth is an issue as well.
Well, their junior varsity played last night. There were a couple kids that normally go between JV and varsity, but they played in a barn burner here against Parrish's JV last night. They were down 22-0 and came back and got it 22-21 in the last minute, went for two and missed it. So that wears out a lot on you. But, yeah, you got to tip your hat to Parrish. They have depth. They have experience. But, again, you expect a little bit more from your Tigers who played. You want to build on that momentum from a Riverview win. But, again, a game like this could be, what you mentioned in the first half, a trap-type game. Sometimes you lose a little focus. We'll see what happens in the second half as coach is able to talk to them and to get them refocused on winning this game and understanding the stakes that are at hand here. Go back down to Tom.
Hey, Troy, just nothing is better for a broadcast than throwing your main sponsor on the spot and not telling you to ask him a bunch of questions and just run up and put a camera in his face. So we got Scott Whitaker here. Arctic Air Home Services has been a big sponsor for Palmetto for, how many years?
Long time.
Quite a few now. It's been probably 5 or 6.
5 or 6 years. There's a lot of money that goes into this to make this production happen, and it's not funded by any entity other than private business. And we have several good sponsors for years. Scott's been a huge one. Scott, what you got going on right now?
Well, we're running for Palmetto City Commission and excited about that. Excited to come just help the city of Palmetto serve them. I like to get myself elected, so come on out and vote for me.
Awesome. Well, when's the election?
November 5th.
Same as the presidential election.
Right, that's right.
This is a heated one this year. It's a heated one, man. Everybody's got to get out and vote. You got to do what's best for you. You got to look at it and see who the best person is for you in all these races. Don't let nobody tell you who to vote for. You vote for who you think is right. Scott Whitaker's the man for us. Thanks for coming out, and thanks for all your sponsorship.
Thank you. Thanks for everything you do.
Look at those nice shirts you got right there. Pretty girls.
Those are beautiful.
Look at that.
Listen, that is the beauty of being in this community, man. We have people who are business owners and people who are involved in the community, not only just with the community, but with the kids of the community, because that's where our future is. And all these great sponsors, Carl Reynolds, Conley Buick GMC, our main sponsor, Richardson Stanton Roofing, and, of course, Arctic Air, all these great sponsors and people who come in, and all the people who subscribe and who follow us on YouTube and support the program over and over again. Brian was mentioning about Richardson Stanton, how they helped him during Hurricane Debbie, and they roofed his dad's house, his grandfather's house, his son's house, his grandchildren's house. So Richardson Stanton's done 5 generations of roofing on their properties.
He did my house. He did he did Chad's house and James's house as well. I was just thinking about that. I just saw Robbie the other night. Played softball. He played right before us.
So you guys know what's really cool about our sponsors is they went to Palmetto High School.
Wow.
We have so many sponsors, so many people on this fence that went to Palmetto High School back supporting Parrish. That's a big change. Parrish, everybody in Parrish is from Ohio is what I always say, because I don't know anybody if I go to a community event in Parrish. But those are just businesses that want to help out kids and all this. But the difference of Palmetto is, like, these people are from Palmetto. They care. Richardson, Stanton Roof, and those are Palmetto guys. Scott Whitaker, they're Palmetto guys. They all grew up right here. All these guys on the fence, they're Palmetto people. These are not just the parents of the kids or whatever. Right. People from Palmetto still care, and they obviously still keep this afloat, and we're just so thankful for them.
And I have to thank Scott myself, because I've done the sideline reporting like you have done some games, Tom, and please give him my personal thanks for sponsoring that segment of the show as well.
Did you get that bonus that he put in there for you?
Well, I'm waiting on that. I'm waiting on that. Just tell him about that.
I'll get the bag. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of that for you.
There you go. That's all I needed to know. So
what's up with the wallpaper here on the sidelines? What's going on here? What are they rolling out?
That's a Braid Parrish thing.
That's their presentation for their band.
Maybe it has something to do with the acoustic.
Yeah, that's they do the
backdrops. I'm being told.
I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this. I've been going to games since I was 5 years old.
Parrish has only been here 6 years, but they have 2 softball state championships.
Yeah.
And that really is amazing, honestly. Erin Sutton is an old Palmetto girl, as a matter of fact. Yep.
Erin Spivey,
she's the head coach. Spivey, I'm sorry, Sutton Spivey. Mm-hmm. And 2 years back-to-back state championships. I mean, that's pretty impressive. That's something to say about this school here. Yeah. Of course, that split up half of the kids from Lakewood Ranch and half of the kids from Palmetto to make that championship team back-to-back. But
and our state championship.
We have touches over here. We have touches of Palmetto that are helping this Parrish team be successful. And You know, I'm glad to see the school doing well.
Yeah, if you look behind the press box, their softball stadium is really, really nice. I've called games out here before for flag football, and they have softball going on, and those people are raucous. They're loud. They're supporting their young ladies, and obviously they're being successful, so that's great.
Oh, yeah. If they've got a sunken, like you sit down below the baseball field, which is kind of interesting, a much better characteristic here than that little tiny press box that none of us could fit in tonight. As you guys sit in the rain up in the stands of the visitors stand.
Well, we're covered. We're covered.
So what's the over-under? Do you guys think Brian is actively listening as he's sitting at dinner, drinking wine, having a great night with his wife, spending time, letting him know how much he loves you? You think he's listening to the game in a little earpiece and she doesn't know about it?
I would take the over on that one.
I don't know. I think he loves this more than any of us do, honestly. He is 8 up, so I wouldn't be surprised.
What a great man, and I'm honored to be here with Ken and you, filling Brian's shoes for tonight. And it's been a great night. Hopefully our Tigers will be able to come back from this 14-7 deficit as we get ready for the second half. The Tigers will receive the opening kick of the second half. Hopefully the Cranes have gone to bed now, and
yes.
we can get the rest of the game started here again, and hopefully also with no more turnovers and no more penalties. That will make the difference. If you look at the first half again, it was a microcosm of those two things because we gave up such great field position to the Bulls.
Yes.
Every time. They never had to go the length of the field to
other
get
than
a
that
score.
last drive. But
that last drive was pretty good, but it was
there were some penalties that kept that.
Couple 15 yards, roughing the passer.
We have been their best friend, but that's why you line up and play the games on Friday nights, and you can't look at the max preps ratings or the Massey ratings. That's a guide, and a lot of time, 85% of the time it's right, but you still have to line up and play the game, and especially in this kind of environment with a lot of firsts.
Right.
It steps things up a little bit, and so far Parrish has got the upper hand tonight.
Yes. They're going to need someone on the team to set the tone physically. There's going to have to be a big hit, a big play. Offensively, it can get done because obviously we have the horses and to get that done. But defensively, they've got to shut that run down. We've got to get off the field on that first offensive possession.
And the thing is, doing the Riverview game last week, they were able to shut down the run. Riverview ran for over 700 yards on us in 2 games, and they were able to shut that running game down and make them one-dimensional. So they have the wherewithal to do it. They haven't done it yet. The crazy, silly penalties and have been in the turnovers. Again, that's showing our youth, but they're going to have to grow up here the second half and put a much better effort, which they're very capable of doing. I think this first drive, when we get the ball, and it'll probably be on the 20-yard line, it's going to set the tone for the rest of this game.
There's absolutely no doubt about that. We saw glimpses of the explosiveness of the offense, the ability for our young men to make plays, the quarterback with a great arm, great touch. Roth has been throwing the ball very well, hasn't been making mistakes with the ball. Using Ace Luther and the tight end in the offense is characteristic of Coach Saunders. And his experience in play calling and the rest of his offense is going to come to bear here in the second half.
And one other point, Troy, is the Tigers have been tested on the road. Where they called themselves the Cardiac Kids.
Yeah.
So this is par for the course when they've had to go up in Hillsborough County twice to come back and win the game. So that is something I'm holding on that they can do because they've done it twice. Right. I wasn't in my pregame last week. You can't do that against Riverview and have a track meet.
Right.
But On the road this year, they have been successful coming back.
Yes.
Where they've had to travel to another county and where we've never played before.
Right.
And pull out a win. So we've never played here either.
Right,
so,
right. So the
I'm
unexpected,
gonna hold on to that.
Right, right. The unknown and the unexpected is something that you have to take into account. They haven't been here in this place, in this situation, as this is the end of the first half of the first edition of the North River rivalry. And so now it's who wants it more?
Yeah.
Who wants to have the bragging rights for the rest of their life, pretty much here.
And that gentleman right there that was just on our viewing screen,
Simeon Matt,
is one of the guys that can. If he wants it more, he can make it happen.
He's going to have a lot to say here in the second half as the horn goes off for halftime. You got to give Parrish a lot of credit too, because for a while in that second or third drive that Palmetto had, we just kind of imposed our will until we turned the ball over, and then we hit a couple big plays. But they just kept grinding. They just kept running their power Gs. They ran their wing T variations, and they just matriculated the ball down the field until they got to a place that put them in a position to be able to score right before halftime, which is great strategy from their coaches. As we see, the rain is starting to come down now.
Yeah, this is the most, but
Manatee.
Up close here, you really can't see it, but this is a great shot. When you put it up there in the stadium lights, you can see it. It's really just a light.
It's just like a miss.
It's a light miss. It's not going to be a factor, I don't think, here. But if this continues, it could become a factor and might favor Parrish with the way they've been able to run the ball.
Very much so, very much so. And again, you got to give credit to Parrish again. Their first punt, their first special teams foray, first 2 snaps were very high, but the kicker did a great job. We've seen that before on our side, where our kicker was the MVP of a game because he saved a bad snap and made great punts and put offense in a tough position.
Yes, he did.
So here we are getting the second half. Toe to leather. It's a high, long kick that'll take us. It's just short of the end zone this time. Carter has an opportunity. He's over the 10. He's cutting across. He dukes back. And he's going to make it out to about the 30-yard line. And there's another penalty on the play. Let's see what happened. There's a lot of players, and it doesn't seem like a lot of jawing. We'll see what happens.
First opportunity there. He didn't kick it in the end zone, and Carter with a nice 30-yard return.
It looks like it's going to be against the preliminary indication is unsportsmanlike or personal foul against the Bulls. So now turnabout is fair play. And the Tigers pick up 15 extra yards at the end of the kick.
And this is one of our best starting field positions all night.
Yes. Again, the playbook is fully open for Coach Saunders with that big offensive line and these explosive skill position players. Let's see what they come out to do here. 1st and 10. Tigers just on their side of the 50 at the 46-yard line.
So 8 seconds in, we're doing good, Troy.
There you go. Let's move forward. Right to left on your television screen. Roth hands off to Bryson. He's up the middle. Picks up a short gain, a strong run. It'll be 2nd down and 7 after a 3-yard run. 2nd down and 7 from the 49.
Like Coach Sanders not giving up on the run, getting positive yardage. Keep that playbook open. We haven't seen that tight end yet, so we got to keep that in our back pocket here.
Ace Luther, a big target.
He's in the slot right now.
Yeah, it's big target. This is going to be looks like a tunnel screen here.
Yep,
there it is,
good
right
call.
there, a little bubble screen to Carter. You got to get. He's an explosive kid. He's very diminutive, but he's super explosive, and he has enough.
So actually,
for Tigers first down.
Returning the favor with a diminutive receiver like that, because what they've been doing to us all night, running the ball with Edwards, just went right back there with our receiver. So 2 plays, moved the chains, 1st and 10, looking good.
Yes, yes. Shout out to his family, the Woody family, Westside Funeral Home, his grandmother,
Oh,
his
yes.
son Ye, and all his family there.
I know them, yes.
He's a great, great young man. Rolfe brings the team set. Handoff up the middle to Van Yarn. He shifts arms. He's gone upfield, and that's a nice run by Yarn. Had
Best
a
run
tough
of the
first
night.
half, but he's a gamer. Great blocking by that offensive line as the Tigers continue to lean on them.
So they didn't kick it in the end zone, got a penalty,
Yeah.
got a quick 1st down, and look at it opening up for our best run of the night. Tigers on the move here.
This will be a huge momentum shift for them if they can cash in on this drive. Bryson sides out to the left in the pistol formation. Rolfe takes a step, hands to Bryson. He's got a pulling tackle in front of him, number 75. That's the big offensive lineman, David Hayes. He's just a sophomore. He's a baby with Aristide over there. He's a junior. That line is still young, and that's a nice run by Bryson, who picks up 5. It makes it 2nd and 5.
Good student body right there with the sophomore lineman leading the way. Again, keeping that playbook open for Coach Sanders.
Yes.
Pick apart this defense. It's had their way tonight.
Yarn darts the backfield.
Oh!
And the tight end goes up in motion. Mistake.
You know
He'll
what?
shake it off.
Maybe they were going to throw it to him, and he needed a little bit of head start.
Probably so. Probably so. That's the area where you want to hit him at. And again, he's got sure hands. Shout out to his family is right here in front of us over here. His sister is a colleague of mine at Lincoln Memorial Middle School.
Oh, wonderful. I did not know that.
Yeah. She was a great athlete. They just had a baby.
Wonderful.
So Rolfe looks over to the sideline and gets the play. He's got twins left. He's got a receiver up high. He's got Simeon Matt up high. It looks like there's some confusion, so there's a timeout taken by the Tigers. That could be huge here in the second half if they're not able to get a lead here with those timeouts.
But probably a smart thing. Again, the momentum so far, first minute and 50 seconds has been all Tigers. Got that little jump there. Coach Sanders, whatever he was calling, probably didn't like what his options were. And again, what I said earlier, I think this first drive is going to be critical the way this game shapes up here at the end. So probably a good decision to sit back and, hey guys, let's play our game, play Tiger football, stick to the game plan here. Let's get this ball down. Let's get some points here in this drive.
Yes.
So probably a good timeout here. Let's see what happens.
Got to come away with some points and press that defense against the end zone here. Rolfe brings the team set. He checks to the sideline. Check with me play. Carter in the slot. Matt up high. He's got Pritchford to the field. Looks like a blitz is coming. A fire out to Pritchford. There he is again. Super explosive player. Then he'll bring up
very safe
second
play.
down. That'd make it third down here.
Third down, yeah. We got the 5, lost it,
he
and
only picked up
get
about
it into
3.
your athlete's hand. Of course, he can break it, and get safe play. Third and manageable here. 2-down territory probably, Troy.
Yes, this has got to be 2-down territory for the Tigers. I think our kicker is strong enough to do that, but you want to get some points on the board.
We're going to set the tone here.
Rolfe brings the team set. Play fake. He fires over the middle. Man wide open. Touchdown, Maurice Carter. That was a great read by Jackson Rolfe. He looked to his left, didn't see anybody, and Carter broke over in the slot, wide open, and he hit him just at the front of the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That's what we talked about.
Yes, the play action. We haven't seen that much tonight. Perfect time to call it. If you're not going to go to the tight end, run that play action, run that slant. Nice pitch and catch, wide open. Did exactly what they needed to do. And with the extra point, we got a ball game now.
So here in the first edition of the North River Rivalry, we're tied up again. 14-14 with 8:56 left to go in the third quarter.
That is high school football, college football, pro football, doing everything you're supposed to do. We needed that. Marched right down the field, 70 yards, did it in less than 3 minutes.
Yes. Tom, do you happen to have an idea of what the body language looks like down there? Yes. Yeah, you can see and hear the body language of the players down there has changed from the first half.
Remember when we talked about them walking off, you
Yeah.
could kind of tell they were hanging a little bit. And, again, that timeout was perfect.
It was.
Perfect. It was just what they needed there. Great job, Coach Sanders, and the team for executing the game plan.
Yeah, it was a perfectly timed timeout. Get a young team settled down together. So the Tigers now kicking off here, right to left, kicking to the south end zone. Harold kicks one. It's short, fielded. Tackled in the open field by Camden Stansel, the starting cornerback who's playing special teams. He had a big week last week with the interception return, and he makes a big play in the open field there. Again, a young player playing his first snaps of, actually played a lot last year.
Yeah.
He was pressed into action last year, but he's young. He's 10th grade. He's got a brother that's a senior on the team. Of course, his dad is a coach on the team, coaches the junior varsity, and he's, his uncle, we all know, Kenny Ansborough.
Yes, sir.
So that's our guy. So now back to live action. It'll be Bulls football. 1st and 10 at the 20.
So as this chess game continues to unravel, now can the defense step up and slow down the running game?
Again, this variation of the wing T. They bring a man outside. No, they string it out. They strung it out, but they did make the play.
2, 3. 3 shots at him there as he was running east and west.
Sure.
Looks like about a 6-yard gain.
Yes, 2nd down and 4. Oh, and Joe Hills picks up a cramp there. And so they're going to get him off the field. He was away from the play. And Joe Hills is one of those players that change positions. We all know his dad. I had the chance to coach him in basketball. Tremendous athlete, tremendous high school, college, and pro athlete. Having spent time with the Titans, been drafted by the Titans.
And a great arena ball player.
Great arena ball, probably
just right
a Hall
up the
of Famer
road.
if you
playing inside in downtown Tampa.
And now he's one of the sheriff department finest. And so he's glad to see his son on the field. He's been suffering through injuries through his career here in high school, and now he's getting an opportunity to play linebacker. So we come back to live action. Volz brings his team set. Fake the jet sweep, and this time they finally wrapped him up. Cam Kennedy grabbed him by the legs and wouldn't let him go. It was a nice play by Kennedy on the inside push at the 3 technique.
Good to see him. He was out for a little bit, too. You called his name.
Right.
So they're responding.
Third
down.
down.
To the trainers keeping our players upright.
No question.
Big play here. Can we get them off the field?
The fans pick up their enthusiasm here as they try to get the defense fired up for this 3rd down play. Pivotal in the second half.
3rd and 5. They can run it or throw it.
And watch the ball. Check with me to the sidelines. Good discipline by the Tigers, forcing the Bulls to take a timeout. So fair turnabout again is fair play.
Yeah, they're doing exactly what Coach Sanders trying to keep up with the Tigers here. As we see Coach Brazelton trying to get his defensive line huddled about what to happen here, but looked it over, didn't like what the call was going to play. So in the chess game here, can Parrish Community respond with a big play after a timeout?
Live here from Parrish Community High School, the first edition of the North River Rivalry. We're tied at 14 in the third quarter with 7:10 left to go. The Bulls have called a timeout as they're driving. When we come back to live action, it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Bulls, with the Tigers having an opportunity to build on the momentum from their first score in the second half.
Great shot of the student body. I mean, they're doing cowboy hats tonight, and they brought signs, and they're standing up here. We're sitting down. They are standing up, trying to get in that quarterback's head, causing a bunch of noise.
Great discipline. Check with me again. Volts comes to the line.
Yeah, great shot. You can see the communication going on between the offensive coordinator, dad, and the son, quarterback.
Looks like Nevin Nadeau and Paul Moore were going to blitz. A swing pass, slant over the middle is incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well defended by Nevin Nadeau. Shout out to his parents.
Yes, threw that with a group of Tigers around. And got the stop.
Got the stop. Here's Maurice Carter. He scored a touchdown on a reception on the last drive. He caught a pass on that drive as well. 2 passes received in that drive.
Yes.
Now he's back to return a kick.
Okay, they've struggled with the snap tonight 2 times, almost snapping it over the punter's head, and they've let him kick the ball. So let's see.
They can't jump off sides here. They can be aggressive.
Yeah, it would be
Oh, almost did it.
Oh, my goodness. Get some pressure.
Oh, he gets a nice one off. Carter,
you got to catch that thing.
But it checks up, though.
Nobody
it checks
hurt.
up and takes a Tiger bounce. So that's fortunate for the Tigers. They have great field position again here for the second drive of this half at their own 32, 33-yard line, we'll call it. 1st and 10 Tigers.
I've never seen where you had 10 seconds to punt the ball. If I had to do it, it would be getting in my head, and I'd have a 12-yard punt. But regardless,
right.
Offense responded, defense responded. Can the offense come back here and do it? I would like to see a big play here to really show them here who's the better district team tonight.
Well, this is, again, look at this trips look here. Simeon Matt to the right. Rolfe takes play action. No, he doesn't play action up the middle. Vantrez Yarn still on his feet. He's got to hold the ball, and he does. That's his best run of the night. That is a 20-yard gain, and they're over in Bulls territory, and now that offensive line is starting to lean on that defense.
Oh, yeah, they're
bit.
definitely dominating the line of scrimmage. They have come alive. I mean, he was into the 3rd level before they got a hand on him. And running north and south like that usually means good things with touchdowns when they don't touch it to the 3rd level.
So the Tigers break the huddle quickly. Not a tempo huddle, but they break the huddle. Bryson breaking tackles, and he picks up a good 6-yard run. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
And when you get 6 on 1st down, again, that keeps that playbook wide open. They can run anything they want. Coach Sanders has got them right where the defense where he wants them. Could be setting something up here.
Could be. Simeon Matt has been mighty quiet here. He's got Luther in the slot. Carter in the slot. Simeon Matt out wide. Pritchford one-on-one. Handoff up the middle to Yarn, but a nice open field tackle by number 0. He's played a whale of a game tonight. He's had a heck of a game.
Yeah, he's not a big guy either, but great form tackle on that play. Solo by himself. No assists on that one. You know, you can see those stats, total tackles. Sometimes it's solos and assists. He did that one all his own.
All by himself.
Yes, great call by the defense.
Tom Porter on the sidelines. He sees everything there. The blitz came through for a tackle for loss. That makes it 3rd and 5. Empty backfield.
Haven't seen that.
Rolfe drops. He's being pressured. He's got a man, but he has to throw it out of bounds. And that'll make it 4th down. Decision time here. 4th and 4 for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think that ball must have got out of his hands.
It looked like he was well covered there. He'd gone out of the backfield, the empty backfield look. It looks like the Tigers are going to play field position or something close to it. So it looks like they're bringing on the punt team. Yes, Cale Bunce, who, man, when Cale Bunce was on junior varsity a few years ago, he could run that football at running back, but he's now settled in as a special teams punter. Let's see if he can. Yeah,
he's new punting.
Oh my gosh, he's got the whole right side. He could have run for a first down, but
got the bounce.
Got to get the ball. Oh, the referee's in the way, and he lets the ball go into the end zone.
Oh my!
The official was sort of in the way.
The tight
Bunce
end
had the entirety of the right sideline. He could have walked to the first down. And the fans are giving it to the old back judge there.
Tom Porter, you got any comments on that, buddy?
The ball and stayed on that ball until he kicked it.
Yeah.
Could have easily picked up that first down, but
yeah.
That's okay. I mean, it was a great punt, good snap in this wet conditions, caught the ball clean. That's what you want to see. And I like to see Coach trusting the defense. They did a good job on that first series. Let's see if they can do it again.
Well, the thing about that is our special teams coach is going to go put a bug in Coach Sanders here. Hey, next time if that's open, take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Yeah. So after the punt, nice punt that happened to bound into the end zone, the Bulls will take over.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 20. See if the Tigers defense can continue to build upon that momentum that they had in the first half, or the first drive of the second half. Man in motion. Volts, high snap, handoff up the middle. He breaks another tackle. They're going for the ball. That is Evan Stansel making a huge play from his linebacker position. Celebrating a little bit with the dance. Nice play.
So what I like about that is in the first half, he would break the first guy would miss, the second guy would miss, second guy got him this time.
Right.
So good stop for the Tiger defense here on that run.
2nd down and 9 after the short gain. Defense looking to bow their neck here. Oh, the ball's loose. Volts lost the ball on the play action fake. He was looking to throw the ball, and he's had some moderate success here tonight doing that.
Yes, he has. Did it look like there might have been a little bump there on the?
It did. It looked like as he was rewriting that mesh, that when he pulled it back, he lost control of it.
So they dodged the bullet there. That would have given the Tigers great field position to take the lead. Well, but can we get off the field? We got them behind the chains.
Right.
One other time when we had them 3rd and 20, they let them get the first down. So big test here.
Double sticks here, rolling to his left. There's that wheel route again. He's going upfield. That's going to be intercepted. Oh, it's caught. Oh, almost. It's well defended that time by Camden Stansel. He jumped up in the air for the ball, missed time to jump a little bit, but created enough of a distraction so that the receiver couldn't come down with the pass. And now the Tiger defense is off the field, 4th and 14.
Stansel saved us on that. Yeah, he jumped a little bit early. He needs to work on it. Maybe he can work on his vertical a little bit. Learn how to get up there and dunk that ball. But it was good enough to get in the way to make him miss it. What's that, Tom? That's a great point. That's a great point. It hung up there like a punt.
That's a good operation. Great snap. A little bit more pressure. Carter should feel that.
That's
he feels it. Nice job by Maurice Carter. Again, very smart play. He fair caught it. Now we have the ball 1st and 10 in Bull territory. 3 minutes and 4 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. There's some fireworks going on behind the scoreboard over there. Somebody's having a fest. Is that Brian?
It could be Brian.
It could be Brian. It could be Brian out there.
It's supposed to be out
Look at the fireworks, see?
I don't know. I don't know. Never know with that boy. What I liked fielding that punt. That was a Saturday punt there with great hang
Yes, it
time.
was. Nice
and he
punt.
stood up there and caught it, and we're on their side of the field here to start this drive.
1st and 10 Tigers. Roth hands off to Bryson. He's got room to run up the middle. He's still running, and he picks up enough for a first down. Another 14-yard chunk run. That's one of those chunk runs what lets you know your offensive line is getting home.
Yes, they're definitely winning. And he doesn't look like he's running fast, but my goodness, 14 yards there running downhill.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
You
and,
put your safety in a position where he's got to make a business decision. Do I come up and make that tackle?
Exactly. Maybe I'll just slow him down and get some help. Roth looking over the defense.
Yarn juking. Got a hold on that ball.
Hold on to it. He's
Second down.
puffed it up, but I like those little jump cuts there.
And
Positive
this is a new
yardage.
position for him. And last year, as a sophomore, he spent all of his time on the defensive side of the ball as a safety. You know? And so he's used to the contact, and now he's playing a new position using that athleticism. Second down, and go ahead, Tom.
Well, the whole first half just about. When you
Man,
missed, this is a completely different second half.
Well, this half we're doing pretty damn good keeping them on this side.
Roth hands to Bryson up the middle. Stephon Aristide pushing forward.
He's got to come out.
Number 75, Hayes, loses his helmet. And so he's going to be replaced by number 64 in the offensive line, Ryan Reed, a sophomore, 6'3" and about 230 pounds.
Again, hats off. Go ahead, Tom.
Says a lot about the coaching when a player has his helmet pop off and immediately a lineman runs in to take his place. You know, people are paying attention on the sidelines. Sometimes you got kids sitting down not paying attention, but there was one ready to go right there. So that's kudos to the coaches.
Yeah, good point, Tom. Trying to change the culture here. The guy knew to run off the field, but they're running through some big holes there. They are running through some big holes.
3rd and 2, big play here. Check with me to the sideline. Roth looks to the sideline. Looks like the Tigers will take another timeout here in the 3rd quarter. This is a big play. They don't want to make mistakes. They want to give themselves an opportunity to get on the board here and take the lead. Once you get the lead, you're in the catbird seat.
And trying to return the favor where they took the lead at the end of halftime. 50 seconds left on the clock here, and I'm going to get it down here, Tom. What a way to go in at the end of the 3rd quarter with the lead. What do you got, Tom?
You know, we were talking about the adjustments at halftime, and you're looking for like schematic adjustments, but I don't see anything major that's been changed. It looks like the same offense and the same defense as in the first half. But everything just looks a little tighter. Everybody just seems to be responding a little better and paying attention. That was a great, drive to score and tie the game up. And defensively, they've clearly gotten to these kids and gotten them tightened up. But it's just a different feel completely on the sidelines here, and there's not as much. Heads down, everybody's up, they're paying attention to what's going on, and they're actively in this game. If we start the game this way, we'd be up by 3 touchdowns at this point, but look to see the Tigers go ahead and score here and put this game a little further away than it is.
No doubt about it. As we return to live action, 3rd and 3. Roth brings the team to the offense to the line. He's got one-on-one with Pritchford here.
2 down territory.
Screen. Yeah, this is 4 down territory. He's going to look for Pritchford. He's wide open over the middle. Touchdown, Pritchford. Oh, he dropped it.
Oh, he dropped it.
He was wide open on the slant. But that is a great play. That's the kind of play you want to make. That puts the defense on the heels. Now it's 4th down decision time. Your line has been mashing. You're in field goal territory.
It's about a 42-yarder. So, coaches really got to think about it. They ran the play action again, and that's the exact same play. We ran the play action to get the score.
Right.
So, probably good here to go for it the way they've been opening holes here.
Oh, yes.
And they can throw it.
Oh, I'm running behind.
He had him. He had him. He knows it. Great shot there.
If I'm, again, not a criticism, but my line has been averaging 13, 14 yards. I'm running right at that Parrish off defense and see if I can pick that up. So with that being said, that's a turnover on downs. The Bulls defense, you got to give them credit. They're able to hold in there and prevent the big play on the quick slant. Nice defensive play. After he was beaten, he knocked the ball down. They couldn't get the first down, and now with 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter, we're still deadlocked at 14.
And what I liked about the sideline, great shot, guys, and doing the camera work. Everybody was lifting Jackson up to encourage him. Hey, keep fighting, keep fighting.
No doubt about it. Here again, now you see the shift this time to the power jet sweep. He's going around left end. He picks up a big block there from the end, but a short gain. It'll only be about a gain of 3. That'll make it 2nd down and 7.
And to me, Troy, I don't know if you saw it too. It looked like they were running in slow motion with that sweep there. Like it was slow developing or what. There was no urgency, so they only got 3 yards out of it.
That wing T sweep. Yeah. Yes, that's Camden Stansel. He's not.
But yes. Not. End of the quarter.
He's the son of a football coach. So here we are at the end of the third quarter, live from Parrish Community High School in the first edition of the North River rivalry. We are deadlocked at 14. It's a race to the finish for the fourth quarter. 12 minutes will determine history here in the North River. Who will take the first victory home in this rivalry?
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Tow your boat safely from the stream. Got the Hummer, it's an EV. GMC on my FEET. And you know we keep 100 of the fleet vehicles, and I love it when they beep. Hottest dealer in the region of the Southeast. Conley GMC was recently just crowned king. Stop by today and get Acadia for you, and get Denali for your cousin, Kenya for your granny, and Sierra for your husband. Make a great impression when you roll up to the function. The boat behind the truck, and you can tow it like it's nothing.
They're breaking tackles again. He falls forward. A nice run.
You can hear him on the sidelines there. Again, slow developing.
Very slow developing.
But waiting to jump back against the grain and then kicking it into high gear.
So it looked like he was knocked out of bounds just shy of the first down. It'll
third
make it
short.
3rd and short.
Really
The
short.
down marker looks like it's.
It almost looks like it's ahead of
placed.
It. Yeah.
Somebody's not. You have kids helping out with the. This will be interesting.
You're gonna try to get him to jump.
High snap.
Nowhere to go.
Oh, but he breaks the tackle. He breaks through. He found a way, using his size to squirm through and get enough.
Just looking for a little sliver between 2 legs to kind of to leap through there, and he's the only one on the field that can do that.
He's the only one. There was literally nowhere for him to
run. I mean, he was literally scanning the field like he was playing Madden, like trying to looking down the field and nowhere to go, and I just got to jump through this little hole that was created. Move the chains.
Yes, 1st and 10 for the Bulls. Here as they begin the fourth quarter with the ball in their own territory at the 37-yard line. Volts looking to the sidelines, play clock running down. Power to the right. Handoff. Oh, and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That time, that is
15.
Yes. That's Arthur Amorim, who finally broke through. Defensive end, he shifted down to that power, and he broke through and made a play as a tackle for loss. A big one, 5-yard tackle for loss.
Huge.
And
What
that
year
makes
is
it
he?
he's a senior. He's been here for 3 years, been a starter on varsity for 3 years.
He just
very
made a
productive.
big
He should
play.
get an
Great
opportunity to
senior
play on
leadership.
Saturdays.
That's textbook. Got him behind the chains here.
Yes. Man in motion, number 80. Volts drops. He looks with the left screen and well defended that time, but he breaks the tackle again. He'll pick up maybe 3 of that back and maybe 2 actually, so that make it 3rd down and 13 for the Bulls. The Tigers defense responding well.
Tigers defended that very well, but I think the key on that play was the pass rush. Volts got hammered as soon as he let go of it.
Yes.
Got up a little gingerly, so we'll see how this plays into the game.
That screen invites the defense in. Go ahead.
He's a tough kid, played a lot of football.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tom Riley points out Paul Moore's junior linebacker, but the leading tackler on the team. Volts inside handoff. That's that trap, that wing T trap.
Oh,
he's got
man.
room to run, but he's going to be short. He's going to be short by about 4 yards. That'll make it 4th down and 4 in negative territory for the Bulls, so it should be no decision here. Yeah. They should go ahead and punt. The Tigers defense gets off the field and gives the ball back to the offense with an opportunity to take the lead.
Yeah, Volts is not going to be a threat to run. He's run the ball one time tonight. He only had 33 yards coming into the game tonight. So if they see him running the ball, they've got to, on that backside, look for that misdirection there.
Yes.
Great job bending but not breaking again. Playing very well this second half. Let's see if we can get a good punt return here.
And it looks like the Tigers are going to waste the 3rd timeout here. Something happened on special teams here. We had them, the defense off the field, but the Tigers are having to use a timeout. That is that is their last timeout.
Yeah, I hope
Tom, do you see what happened down there? Was there somebody missing off the special teams?
I couldn't tell. I couldn't see that. We were just sitting here talking about how many bad snaps there have been on the Bulls side of the ball, and I think maybe they're trying to dial up some pressure and kind of add to that. He's had too much time back there to catch it and take his time waiting for the coverage team to get down there. So maybe they're just going to try to capitalize on this end of the field and turn it in some points for the Tigers.
Yeah, he's averaged 39 yards coming into tonight's game, and he's definitely made that and has been a factor. They need to get some pressure on him or do something.
Well,
I think he's averaged 39 seconds before he kicks it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
there are 2
good
keys
point.
in this
Very
particular
good
play. They're within distance if you get the defense to jump offside, so the Tigers defense has to watch the ball.
4th and short.
And Maurice Carter has gotten better throughout the game fielding punts. If he gets a clean punt, he may have an opportunity to take one home. There's a snap, clean operation. It's a low line driver. It'll go out of bounds.
He kicked that away from him.
And it looks like the referee is still bringing him forward. And he's stopping him at the Tiger 32-yard line.
Yeah, he was kicking to the short side of the field, so he didn't have a lot of work with.
Well, yeah,
so
that's smart.
So if he kicked it away, you took a chance of Maurice potentially running it back.
But
you don't want to give up a big play right now.
Exactly. You want to kick it to your own bench, and if it goes out of bounds, great.
And when a game is this tight, it may come down to the field goal kickers. It may come down to overtime. It looks like that's where we're heading. So got to play safe, got to play smart, and can't make any mistakes here.
Back to live action, 1st and 10 for the Tigers after the defense was held.
Oh,
and then
Ventrez
Yarn with a nice run, showing great speed. Big hole opened up there. And again, that's another 20-yard gain. It makes you again wonder, when your offensive line kind of got some momentum on that last 4th down drive to keep it alive, do you just run that straight
Ricky
in?
Wells had the best quote whenever he had a line a hole that big that Ken Burton could run through that. I could have run through that. he was coming right our way,
Right.
and that hole was 5 feet big. Ran untouched into the second and third level, easy, just like you said. I say let's keep doing it until they figure out how to stop it.
Exactly. 1st and 10 at midfield for the Tigers. Roth brings them set. They drop out. Oh, but nice play in the backfield. That's number 0 again.
Number
and
5.
big number 9 for the Bulls, making it, the defensive end making a great play that time. And
Yeah,
it'll be a loss of 2.
he's been a thorn in our side. He's really been the one that's kept their defense here in the game this second half, making key plays.
Yes, he has. 2nd down and 12 for the Tigers. Press coverage down here to the field, to the boundary rather. Number 1, Simeon Watt, 1-on-1, Simeon Matt rather. I gotta, if this kid can cover Simeon Matt, 1-on-1 here to the boundary, go ahead and give him a scholarship right now.
Yeah.
Oh, is that Mr. King's grandson? Okay. He's an athlete. Well, he's got that athletic gene. Wow. I see that.
Big
See,
third
we
down.
learn something new all the time. There it is.
There it
Got
is.
Oh, great play by Keene. He got beat. Ball was a little short, and Matt let the ball come down to him instead of high pointing the ball.
Well, the play was there. Like you said, the throw was short, and Keene was able to get back there just in a split second of time to save the touchdown. I don't know. It's just a game of inches here. It is truly a game of inches, and coach is having a conversation.
Yeah.
A learning moment there.
You got to trust. You got to trust.
You got to turn that thing loose.
What did you say, Tom?
Is number 2 Keene turned around and went into coverage right before the snap, so
Right.
he wasn't playing up close, and he was still 5 or 6 yards open. So
Right.
get rid of that ball a little quicker.
Nice punt. Nice spiral. It's going to
bounce. It's going to bounce. Cover it.
And that's a great job inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulls in the shadow of their own end zone.
I think that punt there could be a turning point in the game when you just missed the touchdown, but then you just made up with a best punt of the night. You're going to have to make them go 95 yards. They haven't beat us on anything big all night, so it's going to be very difficult to go 95 yards against this defense, especially the way they're playing in the second half, guys. So they're setting them up here for something big to happen for our defense to make a play, hopefully.
Yes, it's cliche to say that special teams will play a big part in this game. We knew that from the beginning. That's in every game. But in that particular play, that was a great punt.
And we needed that after that just game of miscue there. A little bit more enter that ball, and we're kicking an extra point right now.
It shows you how evenly matched these. So 1st and 10 for the Bulls. 1st and 10. Vols hands off inside. Attacked over there. It looks like he's close to the end zone. Great
pushed him back
tackle
into
there.
the end zone.
Demarius Rue in on the tackle. Great play. That'll make it 2nd down. And whoa.
What do we got?
They moved the kids moved the sticks.
That's
they got to move the sticks back.
Camera guys making the magic happen.
There they go.
Let's see.
So
he lost yardage. Oh,
yeah,
my
he lost
goodness.
yardage. They're going to stop it for a water break. I believe it's either a water break or they got to get this. Okay, they stopped the clock to get the sticks. Now the clock is rolling.
Oh, this is dangerous.
This is up against the end zone.
Don't jump.
Oh, but they went off sides. 15 is out downfield. Illegal procedure against the offense is the call, so there'll be half an inch.
So it's going to be from me to you, Troy.
Exactly.
But we got to get off the field
Here's
here.
our camera guys working
camera
hard.
guys,
nice to
thank
see
you guys
man.
so
Thank
much
you.
for making everything
In the weather.
work, making the magic happen. But we got to get off the field here, forcing the punt or get that turnover.
We got to give a special shout out to Jordan and Chad. I mean, I know they work hard. They got out here early.
They were
They've
working
been
late
through it
last
this
night.
Week. They've been through it all week.
Trying to implement some new technology for us. Thank you
they're
guys.
hustling. Thank you guys. High snap. Volts throws one. Oh, and it's completed. It's a nice play. They pick up about 9, but it'll make it 3rd down. And still in the shadow of their own end zone.
He slowed.
Or did
up.
they decline that last penalty? So that makes it.
Oh, they did.
4th down. So that was smart.
At least on the sidelines.
Right.
I'm agreeing with you.
I don't know. No, I guess that penalty was a dead ball. Maybe it's 3rd
here
down.
we go.
Still 3rd
now
down.
it's
Okay.
3rd down. 3rd down. Yeah. Oh wow, that'd have been great. We got him off the field.
3rd down. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. 3rd down and 5. Let's call it a long 4 for the Bulls. Tigers have to stay on side here. Bolts with the quick clap. Clock continues to run. We're down to 4 minutes in the ball game. The first edition of the North River Rivalry. High snap. Snap taken. Given over the middle.
No.
And nothing there. The defense comes up big. That makes it 4th down in the shadow of their own end zone. And the Tigers have held. They get the defense off the field, and the offense should get decent field position
he's
here.
He's going to be kicking from
the
right in front of the end line.
Yeah.
So a high snap, he's going to have to let it go. If he tries to catch it, it'll be a safety.
In the end zone.
It'll be a safety. No, he looks like he's about.
He's about 2 yards
a couple
in the
yards
end zone.
back. So a bad snap right now would be wreak disaster. Mm-hmm. Punter's trying to figure out where to line up.
Their operation has gotten better. It's
Low,
a low snap, a bounder.
Oh, he cranked it. Nobody back.
And what is going on? That is going to be
65-yard punt.
That's a 65-yard punt, no doubt about it. What a great punt.
So
a timely punt after a bad snap by the Bulls.
So special teams playing, making an impact here in the sack. Our punter puts it inside the 4. Their punter flips the field. That's on the 25-yard line. I mean, that might be a game saver there.
It may very well be.
So now the chess game continues. Can the Tigers go 75 yards here?
And actually, if that is on the 25-yard line, that is a 77-yard
70-yard punt. Going to help his average out a little bit.
Wow.
3 minutes left. Can the Tigers go down the field and
here again
finish this game off?
The Bulls are gambling here. They got I love the kid, but he's uh-oh. Great pass to Simeon Matt underneath as he slides for a diving catch and picks up another Tiger 1st down.
So marching down the field, you send your slot down deep and send Simeon on an easy out route, pitch and catch, 1st down, move the chains.
You got to pick your poison over there with Pritchford and Matt. And here again now, you got trips to the left. This could be that little tunnel screen or Ace Luther over the middle there. Oh, double pass.
Double pass.
Maurice Carter can't throw the ball. It's up in the air. Pritchford has it. Oh, and he's tackled. A game-saving touchdown tackle by Keene again. Keene on the play. Nice play.
Nice play. I just love Coach Sanders, the way he calls the game. Probably been setting that play up. Keene saves the touchdown, but perfect timing. Just like you said, great time to run a tunnel screen, but they didn't know he could throw the ball down the field.
Maurice Carter played quarterback for our flag football team at Lincoln.
Well, there you go.
I know he can throw the ball.
And it was good enough to get it down the field. and now we're on inside their 25.
And the
with
Tiger
2 minutes
fans,
left in the game.
Tiger fans are going crazy. Handoff up the middle to Vantrez Yarn. He got both hands on the ball. Now you don't want to maybe not score too early. Worst case scenario, you have a field goal opportunity.
Right.
With no time left to go on the clock.
You're at about 40 yards right now. The clock is our friend. We don't have any timeouts anyway, but they have 2, and I guarantee you Coach Sanders is going to make them use the timeouts.
Right.
Because it is our friend right now. We're going to run it all the way down. Worst case, kick a field goal. Got to hold on to the ball.
2nd down and 8. Bryson over the right side. He's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Marquez Bryson. He's got to have 100 yards tonight, Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
He's been running the ball really well.
Most of them in the second half.
Yes. What a great drive there for the Tigers. Getting the ball after their defense got off the field with 2 minutes and change left to go. You hit the big play, and then you hammer it home with Bryson to take the lead in this first edition of the North River Rivalry.
And this is exactly what they did in Hillsborough County 2 times, being the Cardiac Kids.
Yeah, they're living up to that moniker.
Got to put this thing through.
And the extra point is up and good. So, just like you said, the Cardiac Kids coming here, haven't had a lead the entirety of the game. And here in the fourth quarter, the second half, changed their body language, made 1 or 2 adjustments on defense, and now they have the lead with an opportunity to win the ball game here in this district game.
Yeah, it's almost like 2 different teams, Troy.
Yes.
Whatever they fed them at halftime, save that for these other district games. The only thing I don't like is that despite the great effort and ease of scoring, they've left 1:16 on the clock.
Very true.
But the defense has played lights out here in the second half, so I'm expecting great things. Tom, anything else to add?
Linebacker and running back, and he is cutting back into the line. He took a wide on that one, but, man, he is not afraid of contact. He's down here getting stretched right now. I know he's probably wore out. But, man, he's definitely been a key player in getting us back into this second half and taking this lead here late in the fourth quarter.
He was a two-way player last week against Riverview.
Yes, he was. And I think he's a transfer from Parrish. So I think he had been out of Parrish before.
Oh, my goodness.
And then transferred this year to Palmetto High
School. Some more of that going, huh?
If I have my information
correct. And maybe score the winning touchdown of the first ever North River rivalry and the only one on a grass field.
Hey, we had Troy transfer from Sarasota. So
hey, there it is.
Hey.
And a short kick touches an up man and it's bounced. Oh, he had room to run. A short kick.
I would have kicked it a little harder.
Almost an onside kick, if you will. Touched an up man, but now the Bulls have a short field. They have to go 57 yards to get on the board here and tie things up.
And they're going to have to score a touchdown. They have 2 timeouts. Tigers have played well. Got to keep everything in front of you. Probably going to need to throw the ball. They were successful running when they had long drives in the first half.
Yes,
but they're going to need to throw the ball here.
If the Tigers can get pressure on the quarterback,
and they got him pressure last series.
Bowles comes to the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10 Bulls. He claps. Ball is snapped. He's getting pressure up the middle. He's going to fire and throw it out of bounds smartly. You can tell he's well coached there. He dodged the defensive traffic and throws it out of bounds and stops the clock. 1:06 left to go in the ball game. Tigers holding on to a 21-14 lead.
And that might have been the best pressure. I don't think they've sacked him all night, but that was the pressure there forced him to have to throw that ball away. So I guarantee you he's going to be thinking about that because he got hit hard last series. That was a key play that got us off the field.
So the Bulls have had to come out of what they've normally been doing, the double tight end, the power wing T variation. There they go. They jump off sides.
Both of them.
So that'll make it a 5-yard penalty and bring up 2nd down and 15. So again, characteristically in the first half and much of the second half, the Bulls been running that double tight end, unbalanced line look, and that really put a lot of pressure on the Tigers. They were adjusted.
Yeah.
And now when you're down 7, you got to go to the air. So
gotta
now they
throw
got to come out what they normally do.
Yes. So they're rattled right now. They're struggling here.
This is a huge play. 2nd down and 15 for the Bulls. Volts claps, he snaps, he swings it out to the backfield, and it's bobbled, but it's caught and well defended again. Paul Moore and Zion Roberson on the play. They've been Johnny on the spot all night. What a great play.
Yeah, boy, the defense has come alive. I think Troy, he would have been better off to drop that ball and probably lost yardage.
Possibly. I think he did.
You know
he
what I
lost
like to
about
see?
a yard. Go ahead, Tom.
You know what I like out of that play, guys? They had him picked up, and they could have body slammed him on the ground and for effect and jumped up, and they didn't do it because it would have been a penalty.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? The discipline's starting to kick in.
Great point,
discipline.
Great point, Tom, because in the first half there were 2 penalties that kept their drives alive where they scored points that we had a roughing penalty.
How many times have we been in that situation in Palmetto over the years and somebody showboats, man, and it just puts us in a bad spot. So that was awesome.
We don't want to bring that one up anymore. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, that was a rough one, wasn't it, Troy?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Well, even though it's 3rd down and it looks like an eternity, it's got to be 2-down territory here for the Bulls.
Yes.
So probably they could try to get half of it back. I don't know.
Right.
They've got.
They're
going to
use.
What I'm trying to say is they're going to use 2 plays to try to get this 1st down.
Yes, this is definitely 4-down territory.
And that gives them more options in their playbook.
I think they just used their 2nd timeout, so they have 1 left.
Yes. Yeah.
The fans and the team are
They're
employing
getting
the
loud
fans,
over here,
and it's getting loud. It's getting raucous. Man in motion. He swings out. He's got a man. He's got to stay in bounds. He broke tackle. He broke a tackle. He was pushed out of bounds. Touchdown saving tackle by Paul Moore. He picks up a 1st down. That's not the worst thing, but it is a 1st down for the Bulls.
I wish you could have seen what I saw on that play, boys.
What did you see, Tom?
7 had him lined up and went to break him down, and, man, he just shook him right out of his boots, ran right past him. 7 just stopped and put his hands on his head. Oh, that was a beautiful run. Beautiful run.
Zion Roberson is a sophomore. This is his first varsity action. So he's playing a brand new position, but boy, he's going to be playing on Saturdays. He's got the limp. He's 6'3" and about 175 pounds. Big play here, 1st down for the Bulls. Side saddle left to Volts. Volts claps. Over his head. Volts has to fall on it, and he's touched.
And the clock will
That'll
continue
be
to
sack.
run.
The clock will continue to run. They stopped the clock.
They stopped it.
And the Bulls are forced to use their last timeout. That sack will be credited to Arthur Amarim. That's his 3rd of the night. And so now it'll be 2nd down. And Oniko.
And Oniko, yeah, great point. So all night they've struggled with the punt, and the punter has kept them in the game. And lo and behold, finally a bad snap over the quarterback.
Yes.
And they had to use their last timeout, and that is huge.
That is a huge play.
I'm sitting down here with my son on the sideline. He attends Parrish. He's a senior here.
Yes.
And this year he decided to do JROTC instead of football, and he's doing very well with that.
We're proud of it.
But guess what? Guess what position he played on the
He played center.
Center.
He was a center, just like his daddy.
Oh,
and
probably better.
I looked at him, I said, that would have been you, son, right there.
I see him pacing back and forth. I don't know is he torn or what is his loyalties here?
Well, he said, I've been a Tiger fan since I was about 4 years old going to games with you.
I know.
Yeah,
so here we are.
Now he's at Parrish, so you got to support, baby.
What a game.
Back to live action. The first in the edition.
First one,
and this is what you want, folks.
My goodness.
You couldn't pay more money for this. It wouldn't be more valuable. 2nd down and
Nico.
30. Man in motion, Bolts, drops. He's going to fire a big one. He's got a man, but it's going to be out of bounds, and it's incomplete. That'll make it third down. Third down and 30 for the Bulls.
These young Tigers have played smart this whole second half. Don't stop now. Keep everything in front of you. Tackle. No interference calls. Nothing to give them a first down. They have 2 plays here to get 30 yards to get another shot. But let's not help them. Play smart, and I know that's what they're telling them to do.
In high school football, you can take the penalty for interference because it's only a 10-yard penalty.
Right.
So it's possible if you're going to feel like you're getting beat, but we'll see here.
Yeah.
Bolts drops. He fires the screen. I knew that was coming. And Autry Walker funnels back in a great inbounds. Oh, did they tackle him out of bounds? The referee stops the clock.
He must have
got out. He didn't make it to out of bounds, but it'll still be 4th down. It'll be 4th and 17. It's about 4th and about 17 for the Bulls.
So they went from 3rd and Onico to 4th and Bayshore Gardens here.
There you go.
Again,
this is the ball game, folks.
Everything in front of you.
They're going to play the sticks.
Especially if it's 3 or 21, you got to wrap up.
Oh, 3 is right there.
He's coming
you better
right
get
out
some
here.
help on 3.
He's coming out here to the slot.
Bowles is going to roll to his left.
They ran a little bubble screen over here to him earlier.
There it is again. Bowles is going to roll to his. Oh, he's got a man. He's beat.
No, 4's there.
Oh, and it's incomplete. And that will be the ball game in the first edition of this North River rivalry. The Tigers defense comes up huge in the second half, shuts out the Bulls, and will walk away from Parrish Community High School with the first ever victory in this North River rivalry. What do you think about that?
Oh my, this was
Look
probably
at the
one of the
fans.
best games.
This is one of the best games I've seen.
Yes, for both, just everything, the crowd, the atmosphere, the way the game has come together, the way they walked off the first half to how they look now, and we get to do the victory formation here.
We've been talking about this moment. 7 years. We were talking about that new high school coming.
And there's been a lot of social media talk, according to the kids.
Well,
look at the Bulls facilities. Look at everything.
Yeah, the Bulls have nothing to hang their heads about. They report themselves well. But again, Palmetto shows the resilience of a community that has been sometimes forgotten.
Yes.
Sometimes blamed for things.
Yes.
And sometimes have been left behind on purpose. But now, in this rivalry, you can show it with the young people of Manteca.
Yeah. Losing 7 kids. And a new coach.
Yes.
Trying to change the culture, and they're 4-0.
4-0. 1-0 in the district.
1-0 in the district. One game at a time. That they could, they going into the bye, they can get healthy. 2 out of 3 district games.
Yeah.
It's theirs to lose right now.
The Tigers check off a few boxes tonight.
Yes,
they check
do.
off, again, it says a lot about the character of your team to make adjustments at halftime, being down, come back, and win a ball game. It says a lot about your ability to refocus and change from the undisciplined first half of penalties and fumbles to a perfect second half. No penalties, no fumbles. And
it's a little much for an old guy.
Oh, they lost to Bayshore on a running clock. I believe it was 2 years ago.
Yes.
They came back last year. They beat Bayshore on a running clock.
Oh, yeah. They turned around.
They beat Braden River.
Yes.
They almost beat Braden River 2 years ago. They beat Braden River last year.
Yes.
They're getting bigger. They're getting stronger. You can tell by their defense and offensive line that they have a weight program solidly in place. Those kids have gained a lot of weight this year.
Yes.
And, they're a force to be reckoned with in Manatee County football, which is great to see because it's only going to make us better. But
and the way that
to them.
Great point, Tom. And what we got to remember about this is we're going to play them home next year, but the way the region works out and the strength, we could see them again down the road in November when it's going to be a little bit cooler, and hopefully at Harley Stadium and not having to come back here.
Yeah.
I don't know about coming back here twice, guys. They were in this game. They played hard.
So we're going to go down, and I don't know if are we going to get a peek into the coach's comments.
Let's see
and
what
remarks
happens. Tom
to the
Porter
players
knows
at the
what
game.
to do.
Tom Porter kicking it down to you, my man.
Players getting settled in, coach. Just kind of waiting for everybody to get settled in.
You see great sportsmanship, and all the guys know each other, and they're hugging each other and congratulating each other.
Yes. Most important.
Hey, nothing stands in our way. Nothing stands in our way. We overcome everything. Great job. Yes, sir. Never get Bobby. Just for that.
Moody's got some wisdom.
We're going to meet Monday, but we will not practice. Hey, before we do Tiger Jacks, our principal's birthday is today. And
oh, Mr. Lesline.
Oh, Mr. Lesline.
Happy birthday, Happy birthday, Mr. Lesline. Happy birthday to you. Hey, Audrey and Joe, Tiger Jacks.
Get done with the traditional Tiger Jacks. We kick it down to Tom.
That's big.
Hey, guys, here with head coach. Coach, what a game. I mean, just the emotion. We're talking about cardiac kids. You guys just keep finding a way to win. What's the secret to the resilience of this team?
They just keep fighting. I mean, we've talked from day one about overcoming adversity. It's never going to be easy on the football field. That's a good team right there at their place. We knew it was going to be a tough game, and just credit to these kids. We just kept battling, made one more play at the end, and we got the win.
First game against Parrish, it's huge. A lot of bad blood sometimes between the two schools that have never met on the football field. It's the first time. Historic win. Just talk about the pressure of facing that first-time foe and coming out with that victory.
There was certainly a lot of pressure this week, especially coming off the win we just had. We had to reset it because it's district week. We knew this was going to be a very tough game, a tough environment. Credit to our kids, we did not play a good first half. Shot ourselves in the foot multiple times, but credit to our kids for just keep battling. And we said nothing stands in our way, and they believed it and they did it.
Speaking of coming back, you keep coming back, and I got to point it out. What are we doing in the first half that we can do better? Where are we missing? Is it just execution? Is it X's and O's? What's the difference in the first half and the second half?
First half, we put the ball on the ground twice, and I don't know how many penalties we had. Way too many. So I would start with that. Just discipline, controlling our emotions, executing, playing and play out, just taking one play at a time. We were a little too amped up, I think, to start the game, which caused some, whatever you call it, balls on the ground, discipline issues with penalties. But our kids settled down at halftime. We came, played a pretty clean second half, and we found a way to win.
Great start of the season. You told the kids 4-0, 1-0 in the district. Just a huge win overall, Coach. Great job. Appreciate it. We look forward to a great season. We weren't sure how this one was going to turn out. You're a new guy, so we weren't sure, but we're very happy how it's turning out. You guys are doing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Sanders.
Guys, I just got to tell you, standing here on the 43-yard line here, I could probably kick a field goal from here, to be honest with you. But anyway, what a great win, man. What a historic win, like we said, Coach Sanders and this Palmetto High School team. In Palmetto, sometimes we've got a chip on our shoulder. Troy was just talking about it. You know, we're we're underdogs. We're looked down upon sometimes, but man, we just find a way to come back and get it done when we have to get it done. This is a perfect example of that. Team pulled together, a lot of emotion in this game. They tightened down in the second half, got it done. And man, I couldn't be more proud of these kids and proud of this team for putting together this broadcast tonight. It didn't go perfectly, and we found a way to get it done as you guys are hunkered up in the stands in the rain over there. And the guys in the truck did a great job getting together. My cool little new microphone here. And thank our sponsors, Arctic Air, Scott Whitaker for Palmetto City Commission, all these guys. They do a great job keeping us on the air. Thank you, guys.
The Arctic Air Sideline Report, Tom Porter, my main man. Man, I swear it's got to be Arctic Air if you want to make it happen. My broadcast partner, Kim Burton, again, what a great night. The only thing that could make it better is if Brian was here. And I know once he hears all the stories that we tell about the fans and the crowds and the kids wearing their cowboy hats and the play that was on the field, he's going to be really excited.
I don't know how my heart could take it. I'm not speaking for him, but boy, this was a stressful one. But the good thing, like we were saying right before we heard the coach, we lost 12 people, 12 players to other schools, got a new coach, trying to change the culture. They're 4-0, they're 1-0 in the district. Got an open week, so we don't play next week. We got 2 weeks to get ready to head south for another game against Gateway, which is a district game. So perfect timing to get everybody well, get ready for another cardiac game, and we're going to have to go down to Fort Myers with them to do the game.
Yeah, Gateway High School on the road. Our next game which is scheduled for, we have a bye week this week, so our next game is September 27th down there in Fort Myers, again in the district.
Yes.
This young Tiger team has shown the propensity to be able to rise to the occasion, which says a lot, and they're doing it on the road.
Yes.
Doing it on the road, which is huge. You need senior leadership. Jackson Roth played a whale of a game tonight. No turnovers. He missed the pass on the drive before the game winner, and he just came back to the sidelines, cool and collected, and went right back out and drove us down the field. And that's what you need to have, is that senior leadership. Paul Moore in the defense came up huge after making the adjustments. Arthur, our Marine, who had a great second half, making plays on the ball. Our young corners, Cam Stansel, Zaire Green, making great plays. You got to give them credit too. Number 3, the running back, was tremendous tonight. He was a real problem. Keene, Mr. Keene's grandson, did a great job. He was a little overmatched, but he kept making plays, one after the other. And this is what you want to see from Manatee County. We're the #1 streaming show, and our job and our goal is not just to present Palmetto High, but to present all of Manatee County. And we saw some of the best of what Manatee County has to offer here tonight. Tremendous sportsmanship in the stands, tremendous sportsmanship on the field, great play on the field as well.
And this is one for the history book as we close here. But when we did that Miami Central game, I know one of those broadcasts we did has like 75,000 views. I think this one's going to pass
this one might pass it.
This one's going to pass it. Easy. Close us out.
So tonight's final score from the very first North River rivalry from Parrish, Florida, the Palmetto Tigers 21 and the Parrish Community High School Bulls 14. The Tigers will play on the road again at Gateway Charter on September 20th. We plan to broadcast the game. It's another important 6A District 11 game. Plan to make the trip or listen and watch the highlights on your phone. Please keep in touch for any schedule updates or notifications by going to our YouTube landing page, TigerVision Palmetto. We again thank the #1 fans in the world for watching TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. One town, one team, go Tigers!